morning. Welcome to Banter with Richie B Live.
Somewhere beyond the beaten path, beyond the whispers in the woods and the stories around the fire, lurks one of the greatest mysteries of our time, Bigfoot. For decades, legends have echoed through the forests, footprints left behind, sightings that defy logic, and questions that demand answers. But this isn't just folklore. This is a call to investigate, to explore, and to uncover the truth. Banter with Richie B isn't just another show. It's a community, a movement, a hub for genuine research, real conversations, and boots-on-the-ground discovery. Every episode dives deep into evidence, expert interviews, field investigations, and the drive to seek what others say is impossible. If you believe in asking questions, if you're ready to get your boots dirty, and if you think the unknown deserves more than just a passing glance, then follow Banter with Richie B. Stay informed, stay sharp, and maybe, just maybe, be the one who finds the truth hiding in the trees.
I love you, baby Jack. I want you guys to keep climbing. I love you, Mama. Bojo's gonna get us out of here because that's what he does.
That's right. Hey, nice meeting you all. Thank you for being on here. And yes, we are home of the bones. Let's go.
Hey Banter fam, Banter with Richie B is hitting the road, and we're heading somewhere that in our books is legendary. Join us June 27th and 28th as we head to Charming Fair Farm for 2 days of mystery, history, and maybe a little chaos.
Whoa!
What the hell?
Live banter, real stories, unexpected moments. If you love the strange, the fun, and the unexplained, this is the one you do not want to miss. Make sure you're following because Banter with Richie B is bringing the energy straight to Charming Fair Farm. See you there.
What's up, man? What's up? I love that opening. It's got a little bit of everything in it, right? A little bit of information, a little bit of music, lots of love, right? Thank you guys for acknowledging our girl Ella. Thank you all for being here tonight on the Banter Richie B podcast. We are live, baby. Oh, I love being live. Woo! Gives me goosebumps. Let's go. Thank you. We have Mike Tinsley and Kelly Porter here from the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society. We become friends over time, and we share information like everybody should, right? We talk and kind of keep up to date with each other. You know, we all work a lot. We have other lives, you know. This is our fantasy world. This is where we get to take a break and enjoy ourselves. I want you guys to hit that damn like button. All right? Hit the like button. Just click. I'm in the room. Hey, click. I'm in the room. You know what I mean? Get that going, man. Slap some emojis. Get some energy going. Good vibes going. We're going to have some great conversation. Mike brought in some clips to watch. I'm going to bring in Wojo right away. We're going to talk, you know, Dark Realm TV and all that. So you guys can get that subscription over there. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Charm and Fear Farm and what's going to happen up there, and you're not going to want to miss it. And I'm bringing Starlink up there with me. So we should have some pretty good signal and not all that grainy shit. I got a new tent. It's a 10 by 20. Don't tell the owner because it's only supposed to be 10 by 10, but I don't really give a fuck. So we're going to set it up right. We're going to have a big, wide tent, man. There's going to be more evidence than ever before, including our friend, the man, the myth, is coming with us. I got some big 36 by whatever, 36 by and huge posters of them. And I'm going to frame them out in pallet wood because I do a lot of pallet wood work. And we're going to have them hung up, man. Everybody's going to know about him. So I believe there's a message in there, and we're going to share that message, and it's going to come out organically. And we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to talk a little bit about the man and the myth tonight because not just because it's like, a picture. I want some answers, man. And I have a question. I have a question for all of you guys. With the difference, say, in appearance, right? We all, again, they're not cookie cutters. They're not Robins and Blue Jays. I use that example all the time. I'm not saying that. Everybody's different. But with the significantly different look that we have compared to sightings, perhaps Ernie's even, right? Ernie Davios. Are the forest people different than Bigfoot? Do they share lineage? Why such a drastic characteristic change? You know, let's have that conversation, right? Let's have the conversation. That's what we're going to do tonight. Let's get the Wojo in here. Welcome everybody in here. What? My face looks swollen. Yeah, what the hell's that? Your face looks swollen, D-Hoot. My face ain't swollen. The hell's wrong with her? She come now. If I said that to a woman, can you imagine that? If I looked at a woman and say, "Hey, your face looks swollen. You okay?" Oh my God! Off with my head. Oh no, but I'm a man. I'm supposed to sit here and go, "Oh no, I think I'm fine. I got to poop. I got one on deck." You know, like what the hell's that? Oh, and Fitchy's over here going, "Hey, where's Wojo?" Oh, hi everybody. Welcome to my network. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hit the like button. Get in here, Wojo. I'm already done. Where'd he go? Oh, I see. He's pimping. Oh, he's straight pimping.
Pimping ain't easy.
Look at this,
everybody. Welcome to Richie B. Boom,
dude.
Your
face looks swollen. You okay?
My face. Oh.
I got a beautiful face. I'll be 55 on the 26th, all right? Not too many 55-year-olds have that face. And, hey, Wojo, and make that catch last night to end the game.
Badass.
Oh!
It was badass. It was a pop-up, actually, to the third base side. But it was like drifting in foul territory, right at the bench area. Richie, with those little legs, full speed ahead, like a train. Didn't care about the wall, stuck out that glove and just did a massive dive, did a rollover, almost killed himself.
I had to hold it up.
End of the game.
I had to hold it up. I rolled the show. I'm like, what's up, Blue? Game over. Got to go. Dude, the other team was hugging me. They're like, "Oh shit, way to end the game."
Oh, yeah.
Old Nichols, eat that.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Maybe that must be why my face is small.
What's that?
You know, just shut up for a second. That's why my face is swollen. I got a big head. Yeah, Bam Bam Freddie Flintstone. Yeah, a lot of people call me Freddie Flintstone when I run.
Yeah, it was a great catch, dude, to end the game against a very good team.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I've been on the injured list with a bad back, but one of my guys, I think he
his calf muscle, I think.
Calf muscle or something.
Yeah.
So Wojo had to step in, and boom, 3 for 4. Boom, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Us old guys. Old guys.
Oh, don't stand up, man. You still got a belly. It looks like it's in 3D. You make his face look swollen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Look at D Hood over here. Don't you got Sam's channel to watch?
Oh, Sam.
I don't ever see D Hood on my channel, basically, unless we're live in the woods. Maybe. You know, just go watch Sam's channel. You know what I mean? Oh, God.
I do want to do
I'm ready for that,
Rich. Mark's glove. My boy Mark. He's got a friend that made these sweatshirts for me and Richie.
Yeah.
And there's 2 more coming for Gene and Sam. So they got our names on, lasered, and well, the guy has a new machine. He's like, Mark, what do you think? What can I use? And Mark thought of us. He loves our show very dearly. Thank you, Mark. I know you're on here. So he put the logo on, and this is like absolutely badass. And very, very thankful and humble that you thought of me and Richie, and and your beautiful wife, Leanne. I know you're watching because I got the text. I'm glad the surgery went well. You're doing, you're on a recovery. So keep climbing, girl. We love you, and lots of prayers to you and your whole family. Absolutely. So we love you guys, Mark. Thank you for everything you do. Yep,
absolutely. I see that. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you to your friend who printed that. I'd love to get his business and put it up here and show everybody, show it off a bit, right? Yeah. Maybe you'll sell something over in Japan. Because Japan likes me. These people just deal with me. It's different. But anyways, Mark, thank you so much. Many prayers to your wife. Hello to your wife. Welcome into the Banter Richie B family, not just the show. Many prayers for you. Take that off. You got to sweat. Hot. So hot.
So hot. Yeah.
Thank you. Bigfoot fan, I noticed it must be a birthday. And thank you for that compliment, by the way. Happy birthday to you. We are creeping up. Is your birthday today, like with our boy Martin? Because it's Martin's birthday. Where's Martin?
Martin, where are you, brother?
He wasn't feeling good on his birthday. Hang on. We got to bring our guests in. But, Joe, why don't you tell everybody where they can kind of catch us,
Oh, yeah. So you can find us, Banter with Richie B Podcast Network on YouTube, Facebook, that stupid X, and Dark Realm TV, where fear lives. HLO Media, and I don't know if I said Facebook. You can find us on Facebook. Thank you for all being on here. We have a very interactive platform.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Martin.
Bigfoot fan 33.
Happy birthday to you.
Boom.
Now, why aren't you watching my show, you jerk? Hung up on him. All right, good. We wish Martin a happy birthday. Because that's what we do around here. Okay, all right, I'm fine. Get it together, compose yourself. This is the part where everybody leaves because the guy gets loud and they're all like, oh my God, he's so loud and obnoxious. I can't deal with him. Well, I'm here for me.
Oh, no. Are those meds wearing off?
Oh, those meds are gone, bro. I was sitting there like, I get my ADD meds, right? And I have to time it depending on the day that I'm like, if we're playing softball late, I take it later in the day. So I'm focused at softball, right? So I don't hear like a night bird and go chasing it or something, you know. So like tonight, I'm like, all right, I got a show tonight, so I'll take it around noontime, you know. And so it's actually still working. It's just that it makes you a little tired towards the back end. So that's why I just kind of go awry. I forget everybody's here. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize so much. All right, Andy, whatever. Thanks, Andy. I'm sorry, Bigfoot fan. Your birthday's today with Martin? Martin? I just got here and happy birthday. My birthday is the 26th of June. These guys are Geminis. I'm a Cancerian. I don't like the word cancer. I'm a Cancerian. And if you are a Cancerian, we like each other automatically. The Cancerian like each other. Susan says my meds aren't working, apparently.
Yeah, she says it's not working. Especially it's capitalized. It's not working, Rich.
Yeah, my doctor told me I'm probably on a different level and I should start snorting it. Anyways, let's say hi to everybody. Let's get these New Hampshire guys in here because they're so impatient.
Yes.
Especially Kelly Porter. He's probably sitting in his Viking throne, right? I got to deal with these clowns. You know, what am I thinking? You know what I mean? You know, so we don't want to leave Kelly Porter just sitting around, you know. He gets moody. You know what I mean? Mike's moody today. I could tell by his text messages he was moody.
Moody.
Let's see. What did Mickey say? Mickey said something. Richie would be lost in the woods without you, Wojo. Yeah, Richie was in the woods a long time before Wojo got here.
That was in the woods a long time before Richie.
That's right. But you were a hunter.
Yeah. I'm the hunter. Richie was the researcher. And together, we are one big boom.
That's right. Whatever he just said. So the first one in here, I know who it was, and I don't see it. Wait, what? Oh, wait, it's not even close. We're not even close to the top. What is this thing doing? There's so many messages. The top messages are gone. I'm way up top. But I'm at 1906. Ron was here. Oh, maybe it's because of before.
Go back either.
Yeah, dude.
It's active. I love it.
All right. Well, Ron was the first one in here. Vexity. What's up, my brother? Finchy was in here looking for Wojo immediately. Pop Spikes. What's up, Pop Spikes? Thank you so much for being here. The legend of Maine, Miss Jean Tewksbury, who will be at Charmin Fair Farm with us. We are going to camp out. Stanley promised to wear his Superman Speedo for me.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that. Kurt W. What's up, W?
W.
And the Lowdown podcast with Jared Lowe. Everybody get over there, like and subscribe and follow him wherever he goes. He is one of us, man. Dude, he's one of us. You can just tell. You just know it.
He's a gift.
Yep, you know it. And Big Andy. What's up, Big Andy?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Tyler!
Roll dog.
I'm trying to go quick, Mike. Stop swearing. I can read his lips back there.
He's like, oh, we'll be here for an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to send me a text. You could just tell. I was like, hey, blah, 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 trying to mess with him. And he's like, did you get my email? I'm like, oh. Sorry, girl. Settle down. Cheryl, where'd she go? I just saw her.
Yep, Cheryl Manduka.
The Mandukes.
The Mandukes.
That's my Grovey family.
Nice.
Much love, many blessings to your husband and the family, by the way. They just lost his father.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Mickey Richards, Rhonda Lee. Oh, I went by Rhonda Lee. Rhonda Lee is here.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. I think she struggles with the internet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You got to do that old Laverne and Shirley, Rhonda. You remember the Laverne and Shirley? I'm aging myself, but I told you my age already. Remember they used to do the tin foil and stuff? Mickey Richards.
Cut me, Mick.
Hey, Mickey. I love you, Mickey. Mickey, no. No, Mick.
Rose's collectible attic finds. Wow, these long names.
Wow, that is some stuff going on. Where did you see that?
I don't know. I'm just scrolling.
Oh my God.
Bigfoot fan 33. Obviously, happy birthday, Rose's. D Hoot. Thank you for the love.
Oh, Rose's collectible attic finds, Mox.
Mark's glove repair. Yep, and then you got it from there.
I gotta get him my glove.
Yeah,
my glove could you fluff gloves, Mark? Can you put an extra piece of padding inside? I love my glove. I have so many highlights in it. One last night that ended the game. I don't know if you heard about that. Donna Copus is here.
Hey, Donna.
Susan Ahern.
Hey, Ahern. Award-winning producer.
BMO.
BMO.
Yeah, he loves me, man. That's my dude.
Oh, he's awesome. I love his stuff.
There could be a more primal or nomadic type. We're not getting into it yet, W. We're on the introduction. We're going to be here for hours before we. All right, Lori Ladd's here. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Martin, I've been meaning to call you. Sorry. Shh, don't tell him I called him.
Yeah.
I think that's still going.
Yeah, Papa Squatch.
Papa Squatch is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to go check out Papa Squatch Productions, man. They got some cool shit over there. Connecticut Bigfoot Research. Another one you got to follow.
Captain Carl.
Captain Carl. That's right, Jim. We're here with Captain Carl. We'll get down and crazy with the men from New Hampshire. Captain Carl's going to sit in from Connecticut. Back to you, Wojo.
Well, here in Massachusetts, we got lots of Bigfoot.
Ow.
Yeah, actually, Carl wants to know, do we have to wear pants tonight?
No.
Never. Mount Paranormal Life.
Wow. Well, welcome in. Welcome to the family. I'm loud and obnoxious, and I don't apologize for it, but I still love you. How was that?
Mr. William Nighthawk, great to see you, of course. He definitely not working tonight at your meds.
Oh, I got you. Yep, I got you, Rose. Oh, that's Lisa. That's my sister. You are Richie Bro to me and Bam Bam. Love that you are killing it in the ball field. Yeah, so Lisa is my firstborn son's named after her dad. I called him Dad, Lisa's my sister. So they used to call me on the CB radio, if you remember that thing, Bam Bam. Don't ask why.
Max says yes. Mr. WW himself, Mr. West Whitman. What's going on, Wes? And he says, Mr. Whitman's just ordered some awesome merch. All right. We love it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thanks. We really appreciate that. And that is Rich.
All right. I get it. I got the hint. I got it. What, is Tinsley texting you?
No. I just scrolled. And that's it.
All right. Well, you want to bring them both at the same time? Or, I always believe in ladies first.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing some research on what kind of medium Richie is. Based on
who's that?
His abilities, he is a geomantic psychometrist.
Whoa.
Whoa, Richie, you
are extremely rare. I'm fucking rare, all right. Wow, I've been doing some research on what kind of medium Richie is. Based on his shown abilities, he is wow.
Richie is a medium rare.
BMO is amazing, dude. Thank you for that. I had no idea. Susan, how do you feel about that? She's in the audience. That'd be a great combination. We should get them both on the show.
Yeah.
All right. Are you done?
Let's go.
Everybody, welcome to the stage, Mr. Mike Tinsley.
Hey, guys.
All right, ladies first, and I saved the best for last right here. Here he is.
How we doing?
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Bro, look at you. What's up? Look at the face on the side over here, and look what's on his face now. That is a long, long winter.
That's exactly what it was, too.
You look awesome. Is Bigfoot looking for you now?
Well, he's seen me a few times, but nobody believes him.
I know. I believe. Wow, Mark. My glove. I love my glove. It's 15 inches. It's my age. You got to get everything you can, right? So, and Denny's here. What's up, Denny? Ron's back. I see him now. All right, Ron must have went to get pizza or a sub or something. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. I'm super excited to have you guys back on. All my ideas, by the way. I always have good ideas. It really wasn't my idea. It was Wojo. Was it your idea? What are these guys doing here? How did they get in? Who gave them the key? Sam.
Through the back door.
Through the back door. That's
Well-
very typical. What have you been up to, gentlemen? What is going on in the New Hampshire Bigfoot scene? Of the everything scene, really, nowadays. We're cryptid and alien people, too, I guess. I mean, we have no choice, you know?
We've been like puppy shit. We've been everywhere,
Whoa.
running all over the place.
You see, he puts it so eloquently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like puppy shit. We've been everywhere, even on a few sneakers. You know?
100%.
Yeah, good. Sit, Ubu, sit.
That's
Remember?
right. Good dog, Ubu.
Good, yeah. Remember that? That was like a thing at the end of shows back in the day. I think like the Dukes of Hazzard had at the A-Team, and it would go, sit, Ubu, sit. Richie, double your meds, bro. Oh no, I'm not gonna, man. I like me. I have issues, and you guys are gonna enjoy them, just like I have to.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I think I uploaded something here. Let's just get right to work. I do want to, and me and Mike hit on a little bit before the show. I do want to kind of get your and get the audience. Obviously, as you know, we're interactive, so it's not just about questions. I want thoughts, theories, discussion. I try to get people to come in on a link and just sit here and talk with us impromptu, but they got no cojones. You know what I mean? No offense. You guys know that when you say no offense, it fixes everything.
Yeah.
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 Hey, fuck you. No offense. You know what I mean? All better.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
All
So,
good.
hey, right there. No offense. We're good. We're good. Kelly, what you drinking?
Michelob.
Michelob.
Old school.
Yeah, my dad used to have those in the weird neck bottle. It was straight up. It didn't have any separation. And then it had the long silver or gold or whatever wrapper on it. It looked like the inside of a cigarette pack. You know what I'm saying?
Like bar bottles.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Eating homemade birthday cake. That's right, Bigfoot fan. Eat it up. All right, let me see. I uploaded this. Let's see if Restream will work with us. Oh, let's do Michael. Let's do the Cobble Mountain teaser.
Yes, let's do that one. Let's go back. We just filled up.
We got our stuff packed. I think we're ready to go.
Yes.
Ready to do this. Oh, hell yeah.
Very excited.
We're gonna have fun.
What are the chances that we all still up there and
there's crazy activity?
Someone fix their damn headset. Michael, you don't have a Eve Hamilton. Hello.
Yeah, well, I didn't know the videos. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There it is. Yep, that was the guy. Look at the gentleman on the right in this video right there. Our boy Matt Moniz. I miss that little fella. Where is he? Huh? We were like a curvy woman bottle. Yeah, it was different, right? All right, you ready? Let's try this now. Oh, that might be Mama.
Bigfoot. We're headed down to Russell, Mass. To the
There it
Cobble
is.
Mountain Critter Festival.
But do we increase our chances of seeing stuff when you put that collective of humans in this one spot?
Right on, BMO. Animal. Ernie!
I mean, what does that have to say with those events that transpired?
I'm gonna record it.
We're all different style of people. Richie and Wojo are the high energy, woohoo, let's go, I'm more reserved. I tend to be, set back and observe. That's why I'm a scientist. And then you have other people that are more the emotional free spirit. We had a collective of as different type of individuals as you can get, a whole mishmash of different energy. So, but we were all focused on the same thing.
Yeah, we won.
They use you to teach the juveniles, just like the deer. The deer will teach the fawns. They'll bring them around people so they can flag, so they understand those things.
So whatever that we're focusing on is looking back, it's seeing a bunch of different things.
And it is always the female that does that, no matter what. You know, kingdom, it's always the female.
That was cool, man. Scaring the hell out of you was my favorite.
You got us, Rich.
Yeah, that was official, right? Me and Wojo were like, we went one way, and then we turned around, and we crept the other way, and then we were tiptoeing, and then we were hearing shit in the woods, and we're like, oh god, we're probably gonna get taken before we get to scare them.
We were crawling. I mean, it was just so funny.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. Yeah, so no, that was a great event, and we had so much fun. TKB's in the house. What's up, TKB? And then
TKB.
I'm gonna upload all of them, but I have to do them little by little sometimes because of this was one of my favorites. I thought you did a really good job with this one. Well, you did a good job with all of them. You guys are on point, but I'm just saying. Is this the one? Yeah, there it goes. I like this one too. Check out, we're just getting the conversation started, everybody. We're warming things up. This is Charming Fear Farm, everybody.
Here you go, right here. This is what you're gonna show up, come hang out. This is what's going on up there. And
I love the airy music. I just wish Matt was waving on that one.
I love this.
They're getting taken away. What's up? Welcome to Charming Fair Farm.
Hey everyone, I am here at Charming Fair Farm, and it is a beautiful day.
We are here at Charming Fair Farm in Candia for the Bigfoot Scouting event, and this year it's been great. We had great weather. A little rain this morning, but that didn't bother us. It was brief, but we had so much sunshine and so many kids coming and going. It's been great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been seeing impressions in it.
Oh yeah, we went in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's mud right here. Watch this area. Right here, look at it.
Like this, almost the same size.
Yes. Almost skinny, like Tinsley picked up on. More bones. Is it shattered? Side by. Oh, geez, is that connected still?
Yeah, check this out.
Those are shattered, dude.
Hey,
it is. It's still connected.
Oh my
Still
god.
yeah. It's connecting it.
Look at. Oh my god, look at it.
They are.
It's shattered, bro.
Still got him.
I don't know how to take a picture with this, but
Yep.
you see me.
Oh,
damn right I do.
Whoa.
Oh, that
We
rock.
had the rock.
That was crazy. No, it was look at it. Look how far in it is. That's huge too. That's a big rock, dude.
Yep.
Look at the size of that thing. Boom.
So, Rich, it was a great weekend.
We made it great, bro. We made it great. It's a great festival. It's a great premise, you know what I mean? And bringing people like yourselves and Gene Tewksbury and Wojo and Andy, Henry here.
We had Kelly here.
Kelly, it keeps it local, fresh to New England, keeps that New England pull that we want. I think it's huge, you know what I mean?
What's up, Tank?
And even like guys like Mike Trainer, who's a vendor, but we know he's a squatcher.
Yep.
And he's here for those reasons, too, to be part of something. And, this has got great potential. And having John, the owner, come and sit down and talk to us last night, get some input as a businessman, because he doesn't know much about the Bigfoot world.
Right.
And listening, right? Yep. So we have great potential for the future.
And it helps us understand kind of what he's thinking too and what's going through his brain and how.
Yeah, and I've had a few conversations with him and Linda about the whole thing and trying to give my insight, and then to have you guys kind of back what I'm saying without me even being there was huge. Because then all of a sudden, boom, instant response, right? Great people running this event, and that's what's key. If they're open-minded, they're good people, then you can do things with it, man.
And people are coming from all over. We talked to people from Brooklyn. We've talked to people from Ohio, like all over.
Was there a
place.
Texas? Somebody flew up from
Texas?
Texas?
Yeah, I guess somebody threw it from Texas. I guess they wanted to kind of see what was going on here and try to duplicate it.
Duplicate it.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, they can't duplicate you.
Yeah, where's D-Hood from Texas, huh?
Yeah, no.
I previously.
Hey, good luck, Mickey. Mickey's going squatching tomorrow. Good luck to you. No, those are and that was that through Chaos Theater, both of those, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I did it myself. Those are kind of unpublished. That's just stuff I shared with you guys. Kelly's seen a lot of the stuff that I put together. But yeah, that was an epic weekend. Lots of stuff happened that weekend that we found that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Not only was it good evidence, it was stuff that helps drive the narrative, drives the story. What are we looking for? What are we on track? I mean, we're out on the outskirts of a working farm. We saw structures that created ambush spots and choke points. It's like we were walking through a maze. And then when we found a spot where the trail ended and it was bones, it was kind of creepy in a way, right? I mean, we found a skull out there too. I don't have the footage of that, but something got a hold of a deer right there. And we think that those tree structures meant something. They were not all placed, right? You get a lot of deadfall. But at the same time, it doesn't take much to amend to those structures. A movement here and there, push a branch this way, that way. Next thing you know, you're funneling deer into a spot.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, you're right. And we had that conversation, and that's a beautiful thing is that we get to theorize while standing in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a brilliant. Kelly, man, how'd you feel about hanging out with us a little bit? You didn't get to come out in the woods with us. I know you're a busy man, but hopefully we'll get you out this year. But you seem to enjoy yourself,
Well, it weren't the worst thing I've ever done, but
Wow.
No, it was a good time. No, a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, a lot of good stories. No, it was a good time. Yeah, and I'm hoping to get out there, with you guys this year.
Yeah, we hope so too, man. We'd love to have you out there. Jean has the deer skull, and she's bringing it to Chairman Fear Fam.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So no, we're gonna we'll be out back at the Maple Shack area, taking that place over Friday night. I know Denny's coming in, Martin's coming in, Andy's coming in. Whoever else, we're gonna celebrate my birthday, and we're gonna celebrate my birthday in the woods, looking for Bigfoot, and it's just gonna be an epic birthday. And I'm so blessed to have all these people that want to share share that time, their time with me.
Mm-hmm.
Important people, and people that understand this spiritual journey that I'm on, and it's just amazing. I never imagined at 55 when I was 25 that this is where I would be. Think about that. Think about your lives, right?
I do have an important question though.
Yeah, sure.
Will there be chocolate chip cookies this year?
I think there will be chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. I'll bring you some. If I gotta leave a little Hansel and Gretel trail to get you out in the woods, buddy.
Are you bringing your van?
Yeah, all the way up to my van.
I'll set them up in the woods for you to come in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of woods, Mike, because you did come out with us that time, and when we started walking along the farm itself, and we're trying to find to go in, and me and you walked in. As me and you walked in, because this is like your first real investigation, right? Remember, we found that bone. The minute we walked in, we found a deer leg immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you started seeing. We started following the fresh little breaks, and I said, just follow the trail, and that's what we kept doing, is following the trail.
That's right.
And then, so I mean, what was your impression on seeing that? First time when we just looked in there. Well, we with the bones. Okay, what are we looking at? So on and so forth.
Well, for the first time going out with you guys and seeing the woods and actually, getting a chance to talk with you guys about some of the stuff. And I think we'd gone out a little bit before. I think it was just a week or two before that in Cobble Mountain, but it was a different kind of setup.
Oh yeah.
Remember, I kind of crashed the party. It came out a little late and it was storming out, but that was a cool event too. That night, there was a lot of cool stuff going on and we had fun, but, taking a step back and after getting to meet you guys, talk about stuff at Cobble Mountain and then going out to the field with you guys. And now we're all on the same page, right? Looking at things, seeing those things. And there was a point where Richie's like, well, this looks like an ambush spot. We might see some deer shit somewhere in here, and sure enough, there was a pile of deer shit behind him.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
So things made sense, I found a spot. Well, we found a spot where I could have, been a Bigfoot myself and jumped out or hid, right? So,
we
started kind of coming together, and then, once you start really working with others, looking at things, because Kelly and I have tracked stuff for forever, and going out there scouting areas out, what's plausible, what's possible, following leads. We definitely have a little different approach on our daily or our overall view of things.
Good.
Will.
Yeah, you should.
I think that's important.
Very.
Where you guys are like really tweaking those skills, looking for those clues with the, and then taking that information and, giving it to me. And then I take a step back and start looking at some of that stuff. Okay. How does this go into what me and Kelly been looking for? What are we, how does that push our narrative, if you will, our investigations,
What lines up with it?
Yeah, we're trying to tell stories. We're going back. Kelly and I have gone back and looked up folklore and legends, and we're trying to make sense of everything. And we had a lot of fun doing that. But now, working, like I said, working with you guys last summer, as much as we did. I know the winter was kind of quiet, but I tell you what, I've spent so much time with the three of you guys. Sitting here in my studio, just editing and going over and over and over and over that stuff, trying to work Andy's podcast feed to your podcast feed to my GoPro footage to this to that. How's that lining up with what this is doing? And it takes a lot of effort and time.
Oh yeah.
I got good video of Wojo on this, but I got bad video of Richie on another thing. But so putting a lot of the stuff together that I have done, and we're trying to tweak it and kind of get some of those short films or those episodes of Man Ape Among Us put out. Talk to Kelly. I'm just going to start putting some of this long form stuff out on the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society YouTube channel. We got tons and tons and tons of stuff, stories that we just need to get out. He assured me it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be Hollywood ready. Just put it out there and share that information and take it from there. And I think I'm ready to do that for the most part, because now we got 2026 coming up. We got Charming Fair Farm, and we got so much more events coming up this summer. So more things going on that we need to move on, right? We got to put that behind us and take the next step. You guys are coming up. It sounds like there's going to be a few more Bigfoot people up there. Mike Fashon from Maine Bigfoot Foundation is coming down. I think I saw something where Dave McCullough is going to be around. Not sure who else. I thought about reaching out to Linda, but I don't know if Richie, the lineup, or who's going to.
Yeah, no, I do. There was a little disconnect this year. You know what I mean? A couple things that I didn't plan for. It was more, can you get us speakers? And then someone else was getting speakers, and I didn't know about it. And I'm like, well, then we're going to have 30 speakers. You know what I mean?
Right,
so I just stopped.
Yeah,
and she was like, hey, where'd you go? And I'm like, you got it. I'm not going to ask all these people to come. And then, like I said, have a bunch of people that I promised to speak, and then they don't speak. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just a little thing like that. But they do their own thing up there. They're very, very systematic. And they've been doing it for a long time, and they've been very successful. Like the advertising. They don't advertise this year round. They wait 30 days in. I think the mark is 28 days. He's in advertising. That's what he does for a living. So that's, I just shut up and let him do his thing, but he's a really good, open-minded dude that's willing to work with us. And I haven't talked to him recently. Like I said, I had my own stuff going on this winter. It was really hard for us here, for everybody physically, but there was other things going on in my life that I had to pay attention to. So, but yeah, so I think it's a big deal. My thing is this. And it's always been this, right? Like, look behind you. Man Ape Among Us, cryptids of the Northeast. You know where I'm going to go with this. We've had meetings with this over and over again. And I don't know you got to be blind not to realize that the Northeast is now on the map more so than it's ever been. You have to. Kelly, do you feel that way? You've been around a long time, right? You look like you're 132 sitting in that chair with that beard.
A year younger than you.
Yeah, at least. Really?
No, I'm
the oldest.
Yep.
Yes, you are. We've definitely we've made a mark for ourselves up here, and just like you have down where you guys are, and you got the Vogels out in Western Mass, and no, we're making a staple here, and I don't know if we are going to get anybody on from Vermont to jump on and all this, which would be great.
Yeah, probably not.
Who's in Vermont though? Nobody's in Vermont.
Nobody else is in Vermont.
Yeah.
Well, Adam Malachek's out in Vermont.
Oh, is he? Well, I have one guy. I have one guy that's out in Vermont, but he doesn't even get out much. He only stands it and gets interviews with Petticoff once in a while. But
well, Henry, he's almost in Vermont. He's up in
Littleton,
New Hampshire, and I mean, he knows his way.
Yeah. No, I think it's been exceptional, and I think, like having like our team, you got BDA over in Northwest Connecticut, and of course the Vogels out in Western Mass, and Gene's up in Maine. Hell, Denny's in the North Shore. You know what I mean? So. And of course, Martin in New Hampshire as well. Sorry, boys. He's one of my family members. Stole him. Ha ha. He's been an absolute, he's been an absolute gift and for us. He's been huge for us. So, having everybody communicate and talk and share and not gatekeep. I think
we go where we want, don't we, Cal?
That's
right.
Oh, what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, I was in your. Don't bring up bad memories. I was in your backyard without you knowing, so shut it. Too soon.
I got pictures of your house.
Yeah, I've already done that one. That one's funny. That's a whole story we'll talk about back. But no, I think that when you get into
keep an eye out for that Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry about that.
Right.
I live on a dead end. I won't miss it. Don't worry. People come out there. It could be 5 priests and 10 nuns. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? It's a dead end. I don't know you. You know what I mean? Like an idiot. But no, it's just, I think that was our vision, our goal. As far as I'm concerned, that's accomplished. Yeah. The old way of doing things is kind of getting shoved down. They're trying to stay relevant and alive, but they're gasping for air. You know what I mean? So let them keep gasping. I don't really hear a lot about a lot of people, and they've done nothing to help me. I'm going to say they tried to hurt me a few times. You know what I mean? And I don't even know why, because I'm not like that. I'm like, everybody come over here. Let's get in a Bigfoot circle and give a big old Bigfoot hug. I just want to love everybody on this journey. And Mojo, you know that. You've seen it. You've been part of it, right? Isn't that true? I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, No,
I mean, listen, it's not like who sees who what first, or who's got the best stuff, who's this, who's that. No, it's about sharing. That's what we do. This is why we're here. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward for you, Kelly, to come out with us because it'll be our first time. I'm looking forward to it. To learn through you, that's the thing. Whoever we come out like Mike, I want to know about how Mike is in the woods and stuff like that to myself. And Mike was asking the questions. You know, and that's the big thing is being out in the woods and ask the questions. And and it's always great to when we have Andy. Andy comes out and we had Susan Ahern. We have different people, and you just want to feed off other people. So I'm really looking forward to this year. Hopefully you're able to come out with us.
Absolutely.
I really hope that I am.
But it's not about we try out. No one's trying to outdo nobody. It's just we're all here as a group to share and try to what is going on in these woods. Yeah. That's the most important.
I thought that was a great example in the woods when Mike came out with us. It was total gel, man. Mm-hmm. There was total vibe. Total gel. Everybody, he's like, hey, let's reenact this because we saw this structure where it was all kind of twisted and it was right at the kind of turn of a big roadway. Mm-hmm. And he went and stood behind that structure and crouched down. He's a bigger guy. And I was down the road. I'm like, dude, and I snap a picture. Then we're doing research, man. That's the fun shit. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Right. And then what happens? We go down around the corner and we're leaving and a huge boulder or something goes right into the friggin' water, dude. What is that? And if you look where it lands in the middle of the pond, there's no way a human's throwing something that big to the middle of that pond. Zero. And it had to come straight down. It wasn't like this. It was like bloop. It was like bloop because the bubbles it created.
Yeah, something had to have the power to know how to throw. Right, Kel? You'd say the same thing. You've watched that video.
Yeah, my guess was if it weren't an animal, it was a pitcher. Somebody that played baseball for a long time.
And they would have to go up.
An outfielder.
You have to be a shot putter. You know what I mean? Like, woo! You know what I mean? The splash that thing made was crazy. Also, check out our Connecticut Bigfoot research, right? Northeast is rocking, Kyle says, right? He's part of that too. He's part of that too, man. We're taking over. You know what I mean? Let's push out that old way of doing things. Let's
tell him get his ass up to Chapman Fair.
Come on up, Kyle.
Yeah, come on up. Speaking of that, Wes says he's going to be there. Katie.
Nice.
Well, and
nice.
I will be. I am so looking forward to meeting you, dude. So looking. That dude, we talk and message.
To Wes?
Yeah, man.
I met him a couple weeks ago over at one of Ronnie's things in Keene.
Yeah, him and Ronnie are pretty tight, I guess. But yeah, he's just what a classy, just a great dude, open-minded. And to have people like that respect your work and your research just makes you want to keep going. You know what I mean? You know what I'm thinking is happening? Hang on a minute. This cup. Nope, it isn't. It just makes me so happy because it's just makes it so worth it, right?
Right. Can I just say too that
Sure.
we do a lot of shit talking, and that's New England vibes. That's coastal New England vibes, whether you're just south of Boston or just north of Boston like we are. That's kind of brotherly love. A lot of people from the outside don't get it, and sometimes it's when you don't know. But me and Kelly have been busting balls with people since the beginning of the time. I'm just saying, my fingers are pretty banged up for a lot of reasons, and
right, exactly.
Getting in the young, young scraps because people couldn't take a joke was another story.
It was a thing around here. That's what we did.
Just have fun. You bust balls. You
wake them up after and have
Kelly's like this.
Yeah, right. It's this guy over here.
Hey, I mean, get your balls busted and stay home.
Right.
That's how I. I don't have any time for you.
And it doesn't mean like we're like that with everybody. We know we can be like that with you because we're me and Kelly you guys are teddy bears too. I don't know who knows you, but you guys are fucking teddy bears. Don't let the tough guy thing get over it.
Let me set you straight. We don't care. We're gonna tell you like this.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No, we love it, and we've had a lot of great camaraderie with a lot of people, and that's really what it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And we just kind of let loose. I am who I am here on camera, as I am the person standing in front of you. 100%. There's no difference whatsoever. This is not a facade, and that's the beauty of it. Like, I know you're the real you. You're the real you. Right? There's no bullshit, not pretending to be a researcher with an eDNA kit that hasn't been opened from Walmart yet, and shitting on other people while you're talking on camera. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's total. That's the thing. Yeah, I can send you the fucking link.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well just go watch 10 clowns climb out of a Volkswagen. But anyways, they're definitely not Chaos Theater with that quality video. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's Matt. That's all Matt. That's not me.
Yeah, I got that. I'm just saying, you guys do it. But even those ones right there, you did yourself. Those are great videos.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
I love it, dude. I love that you're doing that, and that stuff is fun. It does take a lot of time. But one thing I wanted to say about that before we move to the next video, I did paranormal research for about a decade. There was some shit coming, and I didn't want, it got a little scary, and I was having a daughter. Mm-hmm. And when I had my first child in 2004, I was like, I'm not going to do this no more. This is crazy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And everything was review. What you're doing when you're editing and putting things together, and you're watching those videos, you're going to see things that other people didn't see. Hey, did you, like Wojo sending me over a picture of the light, right? That helps. Right, because a different set of eyes, something fresh, right? And
one thing about the rock thrown at the Charming Fair incident, I don't know if you guys saw the bat fly in to try to take that rock out of the sky.
Yeah, something went across.
Yep, I think it was a bat swooping in because it was something that was launched. I do it all the time out back. I'll just toss rocks or something out in the sky. The bats.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But maybe.
If you watch it,
another rock skipping.
What? Yeah. What if something came from the side?
Something came down and cut back. As soon as that splash happened, it got spooked and went back where it came from.
And that was just a wild.
I mean, it might not be a bat. It could be an orb. It could be something weird like that. You guys have to tell me. Me and Kelly were talking about it the other day because I was breaking some stuff down. I was working on a segment that I didn't quite get ready to send you tonight. With that, it was a lot of slow motion and a lot of just taking Andy's shot. Andy had the best shot of that. over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, Andy, did you have the best shot of that?
it did.
Yeah, I had the back shot, and all of a sudden, whoosh.
Andy, did you say back shot? Andy,
Back
Andy,
shot.
you can't say back shot on YouTube though. There's demonetized. Oh wait, they already did that.
Wow.
No,
Real quick, Mike, but if you remember when that happened, we all obviously, you and Richie went around the other side and started investigating. We started going from the right side of it.
Right
you guys
side,
were on the
yep.
back side,
Mm-hmm.
even though we lost you for like I don't know how long. But anyways, do you remember there was a yell? You know how me and Richie go,
yeah,
ha, blah blah. Across the way at the far field, you hear ha, and I had Gene with me, and Gene's like, "What the hell?" I'm sitting there like, "You heard that too?" We say that all the time. But
I got footage of everybody stopping because we heard something. I remember hearing a certain scream, which I later found out going through footage that it was actually the recording that they were playing for the kids tour on the other side of the farm. So there was a large scream that was actually something that somebody did. Somebody from Charming Fair. I don't know.
This was guttural.
But there was something else that made like you said, like a or something, and we all stopped. Like, did you hear that? And so let me finish putting that stuff together. I'll render it down and I'll get that over.
Oh, I would love that.
the other day. Yeah.
I would love that.
Okay.
Sorry, my little guy had a bloody nose. So.
And I'll put together all the raw stuff as well, so that is raw, unedited, so you can hear exactly what I have.
We like raw. Hey girl, Kelly, you got some raw stuff, buddy? Yeah, how you doing?
I make you raw.
Oh God! Wow, jeez, Kelly came in hot. That chair, you should have I picture you as like a cartoon villain, where you sit in that chair and you transpose into this I don't know, entity of sorts, right?
What you think I don't?
Skeletor,
right? Yeah, like a Skeletor, but like a Viking Skeletor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
definitely with the same little panties on.
Yeah, what is that thing to your like? Oh,
there
another one. Look at that.
Wow.
Is that a sword right beside you too? Like to your left?
It's like kind of
left shoulder.
Yeah, Maya, Charming Fair Farm is scouting for Bigfoot event. It's a festival that I originally emceed, and then now Wojo's with me, emceeing with me, and we MC it together because we are a team. And I'm not doing that stuff without him. Hey, and Mike is there as a presenter, and all other things, and of course Kelly there, both of them with Bigfoot, New Hampshire Bigfoot Society. That's what you said earlier about your YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. I don't know where. All right, so what is it under as far as YouTube goes? Because I'm going to look up the link right now.
What, for the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society?
Yeah, on YouTube though, right? Because you're on other things like Facebook and stuff like that, right? So is it just Facebook and YouTube?
So the group is going to be on Facebook, New Hampshire Bigfoot Society.
Gonna be or is right now?
It is right now.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know if I had that.
So yep, that's a great group. We share information, we debunk stuff. It gets a little quieter over the winter, but as things happen, there's tons of people involved and watching. So, great place to hang out and get your latest Bigfoot news. And then, I have the Chaos Theater stuff, but we're going to be posting, hopefully sooner than later, some stuff on the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society YouTube channel, which is there's no videos posted yet, right, Cal?
No, none yet. Not as of yet.
All right.
We're just getting it up and running,
Yeah, I thought that had to be fairly new because I would have been in the know on that. You know what I mean?
Well, we started it, I don't know, last year at some point, but we haven't uploaded anything just because we want to make the right presentation and the right intro and
and it takes time.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, I wish I had 10 editors, you know what I mean? The stuff that I would, but it's not. It is what it is, and otherwise,
Lowdown just joined you guys. Nice,
nice.
from Florida.
Nice. Can you pull the link, Jared, and throw it up? I'm looking right now.
So as far as the, Kelly and I's dynamic, for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're lifelong friends. We grew up together in the mean streets of Epping. Center of the universe.
Right.
And yeah, we just always stayed in touch, always been buddies, always neighborhood kids, hung out together. And we're probably related 10 ways to friggin' the sunrise, but
you always know who your mother is. You never know who your father is.
well, I guess that's the situation, but
no judgment.
No. So anyway, Kelly has been the guy. He's got the campfire stories. He's the one that's really in tune with local legend, local folklore. People through the years have always felt comfortable going to him, telling him stories. I mean, I go through videos all the time, and we'll just be shooting the shit, and there'll be some legend about a blue baby that was born in Epping, and it was this creepy ass story that he told me, and I would have forgot about it unless I found the video. But he's full of that stuff. So when we start going over some of these sightings, some of the stuff, he starts rehashing and bringing up the old legends that he heard, and that sent us on some down some rabbit holes. Talking to local historians, talking to some other people about some things that have happened. And it's crazy what you find, what kind of connections you make when you start not only taking what's happening now, but what's happened in the past.
I like to see the aha moments on your face when I tell you something you think I'm full of shit. And somebody else throws it out in front of you like.
Yeah, that's been kind of the thing too, where Kelly will tell me a story and I'll be like, "You're full of shit. Come on, really? Seriously? All right." And then we'll go to the town historian and he'll be like, "Oh, nope, that's true. There's a lot of truth to that." But like you said before,
Eric Vogel.
What's up, Eric?
What is it under? New Hampshire Sasquatch?
No.
What is he talking
the
about?
New Hampshire Bigfoot Society.
Yeah, that's what I had. All right,
it may not be coming up because there's nothing posted as of yet.
Yeah, it still should though. Bats will chase thrown rocks. Echolocation. When a warm rock is thrown, it disrupts the air and creates echoes. That sounds very similar to buzzing of a flying insect. Thank you, BMO. If you haven't got on with a BMO's page, you're robbing yourself. Okay. Not seeing any videos. Oh, that's all right. All right. We'll find it. Okay. We're good. We're good. We know who you are. We'll post it when we get it. What's up, Eric Vogel? Good to see you, brother. Only thing we're missing is you, my man. No, it's all good stuff. And it's all, and I want the audience to know too. And you guys are all part of this. You know how we work on, the Banter Richie B podcast or whatever world or, all of it combined. The podcast is here to share information.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for me just to act like an idiot and yell a lot. Mm-hmm. Although I do enjoy that.
You do well too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm very natural at it.
We all.
Yeah, right. So it's not, it's about sharing, and it's about not, keeping it away from the gatekeepers and, saying it out loud. And I've taken a lot of shit from a lot of big names that just blackball the shit out of me. But they don't realize, they think that I want to be a famous podcaster. I do not. I do not want to be a famous podcaster, sir. You are wrong again. I want to be the most amazing researcher for Bigfoot and other things ever. That's my fucking goal, bro. So know your shit before you talk shit. That's what I say. You know what I mean? So that's my goal. I'm a researcher first. Mm-hmm. All this is this. Once I started doing this, and it was therapeutic after losing Jack, it was just like, all right, what do I do now? Oh, okay. I'll bring it to the people. Right. And then I was like, I'll bring the people to it.
Right.
And that's what we do. And then when we started talking and other guys like you and I started talking, I started getting into these little groups and stuff going, hey, what are we doing, man? Let's light this place ablaze, man. Let's light this place ablaze. And you guys have been very helpful in doing that. And a lot of people have. I mean, heck, we got to get Andy going down in Connecticut more too over there with Carl or something. You know what I mean? I'd just be jealous if he's out there without us. That's my BDA.
People underestimate Connecticut a lot. There is some very wooded areas in Connecticut. And, people don't, I got to give credit where credit's due. There's there's some territory out there. That's just like Western
agree.
Mass.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize how much Western Mass is separated from the rest of New England.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I've gone to all Savoy in Florida, and it's a good place to go.
It really is, man. It's got a lot to offer, and I know I was a bigwig in a company, and I used to run the whole territory and upstate New York. So I would go to these places that were just way out there to go see customers and stuff. And Connecticut blew my mind when you get up to northern Connecticut, central northern Connecticut, and you could go east or west, and it was just woods and hills. And I was
and they go right into Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, it's just crazy.
New York. Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot happening.
Thank you, puppy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was just awesome. Oh, you got my pizza. There you go. I got you, Ronnie. I really love how Wojo and Richie get everyone involved. Yes, thank you, Maya. Thank you for noticing that. I think it's very important because you guys are look at the brilliant minds we would waste if we just sat here and go, okay, who's got the next question? No offense. I fixed it. But actually participate with answers and not be like, oh, you're out of your mind. Oh, that's stupid. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. No, I want their knowledge. These guys are a plethora of information, bro. If you're out there doing a podcast, man, watch your audience more than you watch anything. And you will learn things and you will understand who knows what. Wojo, you've seen this in action. We'll have a conversation about an event that took place in the woods. And I'm like, I go down the list in my head. Oh, you know who would know something about that? Let's reach out to, whoever, like Curious Cryptids, right? Or we'll send her pictures and she does analyzing and stuff. She's amazing, right? And, you want something about the wilderness? Well, Eric Vogel was just here. You get a hold of Eric Vogel, Tim Vogel, right? You go down your list, right? You get something that's a little more closer to paranormal. Well, we got Andy on our team. He does that stuff too. So, you go right at him. You stop building this all-star squad, and then you've got these critical thinkers like Kurt W. And hell, JT's been opening up a lot more. Ronnie's another one that gets going off topic a lot. But anyways, he has a lot to offer, right?
That's calling the kettle black, ain't it, Richie?
What's that?
That's calling the kettle black, ain't it?
Yeah, well, whatever. I have ADD. He's normal. But all of it, right? So, and then you have then you have people that are geographically placed, right? Right? Something goes down in New Hampshire and you don't know about it. I'm going to send them to you. And you have sent people to me that I still communicate with and are good friends with, right? Martin, I believe, was one of them, right? So Denny was another one that reached out, right? Right? So this is what we're talking about. The others don't do this because they're so afraid of the big discovery going to somebody else. Oh, my God. I would have made $1 million. Yeah, okay. No, you wouldn't have, by the way. No, you would not have. So, no, I think what a compliment. You're welcome, Ronnie. But no, that's the thing that we're talking about, right? Get this web and gel and vibe going. And look at all the people that we've brought in together now. Look at New England, Western Mass, Maine. Look at them together now. Now we're talking to everybody, and the events are coming up. Like you're saying, it's busy because these events weren't here when I got here. I didn't really know what anything was going on. It was pretty quiet. But you got Charming Fair Farm, June 27th and 28th. You got Cryptid Fest in September, right in Rainham, next town over from me. Like right there, man. Right there. Everybody can pop a tent right in my backyard and we can just go there. You know what I mean? We could just, it's right there, man. And here's a I don't know if you know, we're going to Whitehall this year. Yeah, you might want to write that down because there's going to be a lot of Banter Richie B shirts because we're not going alone. We're walking in with an entourage. A Bigfoot entourage. I bet you haven't seen that shit before. We're gonna wear gold chains and hoodies and all kinds of shit. Yeah, you gotta know we're in the house. Yep.
A lot of Red Sox hats too.
Oh, lots of Red Sox hats. Yeah. Yep. No, I think I'm going with the Patriots this year.
Yeah.
That'll
Mike, get those knuckles going there, Mike. People are not gonna like us.
Yep.
Patriots. No.
Yeah. So we're gonna be up there. We're gonna meet some New York folks. You know what I mean, and get talking to them. And it's all about networking, right, Rhonda? That's what you got to do, right? Let me check out another one of your videos here, and then
Yeah, let's do it.
we'll talk about that. I want to get through these because we got time, and I want to get to the man and the myth, and I want to have a little bit of that conversation with you guys. And again, it's one of those things that Wojo and I are very proud of the respect that we were given by the forest people to take that picture, and not only take it, but to have the sequence we did that it's completely bulletproof, right down to the lack of blur, right? So we're going to talk about that, and I definitely want to get you guys' insight about it. Yep. What are you doing?
Oh my god! I just had a heart attack.
That was awesome.
Can you do me a favor?
Holy shit!
Yeah. Can you tell he's my son?
Oh yeah. Same lungs.
Can you do me a favor? Can you call for Bigfoot for me? Real loud. Call Bigfoot. Good job, puppy. Good job. And then tell everybody who's your favorite podcaster. Loud. Richie B and Wojo, you know it, right? High five, brother. All right, now beat it.
My boy.
Take that.
When he said Mike Tinsley.
No, he didn't. Definitely not. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. He says bye, poo-poo head, and leaves.
Hey, I told you he said Mike Tinsley.
Yeah, now he said Mike Tinsley.
Like,
Now he said Mike Tinsley. Code word for Mike Tinsley. Poo-poo head. All right, so we had Cobble, we had Charmin. I want to know about this one a little bit here, right?
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Do Bigfoots come from UFOs?
Do Bigfoots come from UFOs? You know my answer to this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tinsley, and we are here in Exeter, New Hampshire today to talk about UFOs. And not only the UFO culture, but how UFOs might interact with Bigfoot.
People are seeing something. They're experiencing something, and the Bigfoot UFO connection, phenomenal. And I'm glad to hear you guys talking about that because a lot of the Bigfoot guys don't want to go down that rabbit hole, right?
I think it's an alien that shapeshifts, and this is like one of its forms. It takes on this form, but maybe there's other forms as well.
Do you think there's any connection between Bigfoot and
I do believe there's a connection of the land itself, or if they are actually related, or if there's something like a portal or something like that.
Yeah, maybe they're more aware of our technology. If they're an intelligent human being, maybe they just know that we're trying to look for them, and then they're better at hiding.
Is it going through portals? Is it being beamed up into a spaceship? Why couldn't Bigfoot be getting abducted, being tested, and then being dropped back into the forest or wherever, and there you see the UFO with Bigfoot? As crazy as that sounds, that could be another possibility.
No, they don't. Why do you think that is? Anybody? Go ahead, give an idea. Why do Bigfoot do not come from UFOs?
It's an area that needs more study, but how do you study? How do you measure it?
I absolutely do. As a medium, I've encountered humans, Bigfoots, ETs, elementals, all in a spiritual sense. So not seeing them with my eyes, but feeling them with, the energy. I have encountered everything. So there absolutely has to be a connection.
What's your take on these power lines and some of this weird abnormal stuff?
Yeah, from a UFO perspective, I think when they're flying at a lower level, the power lines, rivers, making natural maps.
Just like the pilots would.
Yeah, and as far as a Bigfoot on that thought, animals do like to be a little reclusive, but they also want the easiest way. If no humans around, they're going to walk right down a dirt road or a trail. They're not going to plow through everything, so it makes sense to me that they would use them as highways as well.
Let's put it like this. Until I see a ghost, I don't believe in ghosts.
Sure.
I've seen a UFO. I believe in UFOs.
Okay.
Good point, man. Good point. And I always push that point. I'm not mad at you. You don't believe me. You didn't see what I saw. You haven't experienced what I've experienced. These are the types of things that you do. Same thing with ghosts. I have friends of mine, dead set, they don't believe in me. They don't. Mm-hmm. And then I'll look at them in the same breath and I go, you've known me 30 years, bro. Have I ever been an exaggerator or a liar? Well, no, I'm not saying that you're that. And I'm like, exactly, bro. Now go home and think about that. why would I be doing? What is my motive for doing this?
Mhm.
What? I need more friends. I got fucking plenty of friends. You kidding me? I got too many friends. Jesus, I'm sick of you. A lot of them. Gotta go. Hit the like button, friend. How about a share, huh? How about that? Maybe a like and subscribe. Win. Sorry, was that out loud? You know what I mean? Like, and it's not money unless it's to spend money, because there's a lot of that going on. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. Speaking of that, by the way. Anyways, no, I think it's, you know, think about it, right? And then you have the conversation. That was Steve Culls on stage, correct?
Right. Yeah.
And the question was addressed to him about UFOs, and he gave his personal opinion, or did someone else give him that?
Well, so I didn't kind of include it, but if you guys know Steve, he's a hardcore ape guy. He's like BFRO hardliner. He's a great guy. He really is. But that's just who he is and what he does.
Respect it.
You know, that's the thing with the BFRO. They're looking for specific information. Whether the rest of us think it's relevant or not, that's what they're doing, and that's what their organization does. So,
amongst other things,
they can do their thing, and other than that, it's just personality. You know, I've met BFRO people that are cool as hell. I've met some people that are sketchy as fuck. So I'm just gonna leave it on the personal level thing, and then.
It's the same as everywhere, though, Mike. Same thing everywhere. You can go to a convenience store and see the guy behind the counter. It's the same thing. Same thing. And that, and I don't hold that against nobody.
Right.
And if you're gonna believe something, just say it with conviction. And Steve Culls 100% does that.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't.
And you gotta respect him for that 100%. And he has his own method, and he's looking for physical. Hey, he's rooted out a lot of hoaxes and a lot of bullshit artists. And that helps us, right? We're not wasting our time up in the woods of Henniker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sorry, something in my throat.
So, Kelly, I just wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts about the UFO and the Bigfoot thing? We've talked about it. We've talked about a tie-in with the devil monkey. We've talked about possible aliens falling out of the sky.
I think it's a flesh and blood. I've said that my whole life. And the only reason being is this. If it was this, this is only me coming from me at whatever. I mean, anybody do whatever they want. But for it to leave physical evidence and, you know, as people, Richie, for instance, has found bones that were crushed up, busted up and things like that. You know, you're talking, I've found bones. The footprints, you know, I mean, there's physical evidence of it. If something could travel across the cosmos, what the hell would it walk around here for? That's my opinion on it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that something couldn't be, and anything couldn't be interdimensional, and, you know, you could be seeing something from another realm. I don't know. I mean, Richie and Wojo, they've caught some pretty cool things on video. I mean, can't take it from them. I mean, I had an orb in my backyard that broke into two. And I showed you the evidence. It messed my camera up and everything else. I can't explain that.
Right.
Did I zoom in on anything to see if there were, you know, any light faces or anything like that? No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I sent it to Ronnie. Ronnie seemed to think it was pretty cool. Mike viewed it. But for me, I think it's a flesh and blood, and I think that there's multiple genes of it on different levels. I mean, big, tall, small, wide, skinny. Yeah, you know, I that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's fine, and that's great. And you know, forever I was the same exact way. I was, you know, what I saw in my backyard was more like a primate. It was just the way it was, you know, what I heard and the way it acted, and then it spoke. Then it spoke, and I heard it. And I heard it stand there with Dave McCullough. We both heard it, and me and this author lady, who was researching the Bridgewater Triangle, and we heard him talk back and forth. We were right there. It was 50, 60, 70 feet. I don't know.
His mic just cut out.
Yeah, Richie, your mic is a little muffled.
It is.
Yeah, when.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like flicked out and just acted weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still muffled.
Still muffled?
Still.
There you are. Too bad he's back.
Hello?
There you go.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna have to do the show like this, guys. All right. Hope you don't mind.
Visually,
Kelly.
Yes.
So Kelly, I understand where you're coming from because again, other people have experiences and whatever. That's the thing. It's just that you haven't had that experience yet.
Right.
Right. And that is fine because you know what? People asked us a while back, about aliens and things like that. And it almost like the woo thing and everything else. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. But in time, because we're just fortunate because we're hitting the same area for the past 2 years now. So it's constantly, once or twice a week. So that's our advantage of getting all this data, but going on different levels. Now where we're at, seeing sort of alien activity and things like that, and a little bit of woo, and it's like, whoa. Now I'm like in a different, hey, TM Drake. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, now I see like what's going on in these woods.
Yeah.
Where, for you, when you, find that area and then grow into it, then things can change like different levels for you,
Well, I mean, I've trampled a lot of ground around where I live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hundreds of miles I've wandered, you know what I mean, through the bushes and stuff like that, hunting and all.
Yeah.
Hunting, deer hunting, and I've seen some odd things. Cause a lot of it was before phones were a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can't explain it. And I didn't walk around with a Polaroid around my goddamn neck. You know what I mean? But
right.
I do believe in. I don't. I'm not going to say that I believe in aliens, but I don't doubt that they could exist. I think we're alone in the universe is foolhardy to me.
Right.
I've seen things I can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally witnessed and seen with other people bipedal creatures. That's how I'm going to say it. But I've never seen a spaceship come down, beam me down, Biggie, and walk off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I, like with the evidence you have, I have a hard time making a connection between Bigfoot and alien with the evidence that you found.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously something there. I mean, you can to not say that you can see that there's a facial feature and everything else. There's eyes, nose. In fact, there's a couple things you guys have where I've seen 2 or 3 faces.
Yes, you're right.
You can make out the eyebrow, the chiseled face, the chin.
Right.
He's watching. He's watching, Wojo. He's watching.
I pay attention to a lot of people.
I love it. I love it.
I wonder if there's if you found a 3rd or a 4th level.
He got muffled too.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what you guys are finding. Maybe they're not interdimensional. Maybe they're not alien. Hell, they may not even be flesh and blood.
Well,
but you got something. I can say that.
Yeah. So if we start talking about the interdimensional, we have to ask, what the hell does that even mean? That's where I'm at now. Is what dimension are we talking about? One of the things that Ronnie likes to bring up in his not only his books but in his talks is that we only see a certain spectrum of light. We only taste a certain amount of tastes. There's only certain amount of things that we can accept through our sensors, our eyes, what we can see, smell, taste, touch, and hear. Right? That's what we generally think of. That's what's real to us, and that's what I've always said was real. If I can see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, or hear it, it's got to be real. But as we know that there's things just outside of our view, outside of our purview, or our peripheral, or outside of the spectrum of light. For instance, if there's something that hides within that light reflection that we can't see, so it absorbs all light except for the lights that we can't see. That
cloaking.
Well, then you're talking about like a whole new, that sensation of something walking behind you, right? I've had it in this room where I thought it was Matt and it wasn't. Like, where did he go? But something walked behind me. I could feel it. I could feel the floor shake. I could feel everything. It's like, but nothing was there.
Well, how many times have we been in the woods where everything's going quiet? And, the hair stand ups on your arms. There's no birds, no squirrels, chipmunks, nothing.
It's energy at that point too.
Right. And you can feel it.
Also say, Mike, about the lights, and Richie, you can add to this, is that during our lives, we're seeing the lights, okay? When something just appears before your eyes, like, because Richie's got, people on the live, so, his head's down, and he's, like, looking around, looking at the lights and whatever. And all of a sudden, I see a light just appear. Like I'm seeing, like, 3 lights, and then another one just added. And then I'm zooming in. I go, Richie, this light just appeared. What is that?
You guys see
And the next thing you know,
you
big
see that?
rectangle in the woods. It's black.
Dude, there's too many lights.
No, you could have kept talking. I just wanted to play that while you were talking and
because my screen was black. So it's like a rectangle. I zoomed in. I took pictures of it, and Richie's like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
And in this rectangle, it looks like the woods, but I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks like a window.
Ooh.
And there's no like house right there, where it just appeared where we're at.
Oh yeah.
So now we're like, for us, like portals and stuff like that. I'm just like, now I have the picture.
Yeah.
And we have it on the live. So I'm starting to like really believe in these like portals and stuff like that. Yes, sir.
Question. Have you guys gone back to where that picture was taken to measure which?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Did you guys see how high the branches were versus?
Oh, it's hard. It's hard to pinpoint, bro.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
Yeah,
to pinpoint. We're gonna keep trying, but it is not easy to do. Because
I was just curious, because to me it looks like something is standing kind of like
to the right
behind the tree and leaning.
Well, that's it. Yes, we've had that conversation. Yes, and there's another one furthest to the right.
Right.
And that's the crazy thing. And talking, and I didn't mean to get into this right now, but talking about all this interdimensional and all that, look dead center. You see a light. How many reports do you have of Bigfoot with a light? Here's a photograph of Bigfoot with a light together. Is that the light people see? People call these things orbs and stuff. I've never seen an orb with Bigfoot ever.
I was going to go down the path that you guys are going down, I would say that is life energy.
Yeah, right.
It's where it's located, right in the heart area.
Correct. Yeah,
lungs,
you just ain't going there yet until you see it. That's all. I get it. But you have an open mind. Have an open mind in life in general, people.
You have to.
Right. Come on, dude. Right. Open your mind in life in general, and you will live with freedom that you've never known.
Bimo, great
question. Amen.
Great.
Idea.
Bimo says there's a kind of shaman that specifically focuses on talking and trading with the sky people in Wampanoag. They're called the Mish or the Mike. The Mika means path or the one who knows the way. Again, Rich, remember that I'm showing you what this portal looks like. And then it disappeared, guys. Disappeared. I'm like, where'd it go? And then all of a sudden, Richie saw a set of lights. Next thing you know, there were 2 other sets of lights behind the other lights. It just appeared out of nowhere. Once that portal left, what did you know what I'm talking about, right, Rich?
Oh, yeah. I was there.
Yeah. Follow. Yeah. Go ahead, Rich. Tell them.
No, I was just frozen about just the whole fact that there was a rectangle in the woods, and I was like, I thought there was a set of eyes. No, I come across. That's right. I came to the right and started walking towards it, and I went, oh my God! It looked like self-illuminating eyes that we've seen before. 2 of them, and then Wojo goes, "There's 3 of them," and I go, "No, there's not. There's 2 of them right here. I'm looking at them." And it was like they were coming through, talking like Susan Ahern. Like everybody has this vision of a portal being this big sparkly thing. And
but
portals are black. That's what
Richie,
portals are.
Not for nothing. What if you're not seeing all of the light?
I'm not, because I can only see 0.35.
Well,
like you. What
I'm saying is behind that tree.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
that light doesn't go up and over. And maybe that's where the shape of the heart comes from. I mean, look at it.
No,
you would have that shape.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think some of it's behind the tree because there's some form of light that's illuminating the side of the head and the top of the branch. where's that light coming from? And you can see the light coming across the front of that tree a little bit too, just below the branch.
Yeah, well, no, it's all great points, and this is why we want to have this conversation with people. But people seem to be scared shit of that picture. They don't want to talk about it. I don't know if it like bums them out that they, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, let's have the conversation. Nobody's sitting there. We don't do like, oh, look what we found. Yeah, we're excited that this happened. That was a gift. That wasn't. I mean, it was good research too, by the way. But it was all, if that thing didn't want us to see it, we weren't going to see it. He's looking right at us. He's looking right at us.
Mm-hmm.
You're not that far away.
Richie, like something interesting that BMO is just incredible. BMO says talking about the Bigfoots, they tend to wear a braid on the right side of the head called a scalp lock. Patty was wearing one. Now, one of our light of the bead is on the right hand side.
Yeah, oh yeah, two of them.
Bead. Yes,
there's two of them.
Yes,
we have two photos of a bead, and it's almost like a little shell. Oh yeah, man, that's real. That's a real thing, man. Where the hell did he find that information?
So if that's the case, we're talking about forest people and not forest apes.
Well, I mean, if we're going there, you know what I mean? Sure. What did I do there? Wait, what happened? Sorry, guys. I can't. Oh, there it is. The thing came down. Yeah, I mean, here's another light, right? That to me, that's not an orb. That's plasma, right? More gelatinous or solid, right? They say solid because I'm not touching it, to be fair. Yeah. So, but that's the question, right? What are we all dealing with? Is Bigfoot the same thing as a forest person, right? What a great conversation to have, right? Is Bigfoot the same thing as what the hell? The forest people, right?
Well, if you ask Ernie Davio, he's going to say yeah, and he had an encounter face to face.
Right, 100%. But if we're talking about Ernie's experience right here, this is his rendering that what he saw. Mm-hmm. That looks vastly different. And I'm not saying they can't look different. We look different. I'm not saying that. It would have to be at least a different species, I think. It's just that far away from it to me. Is saying to anybody else? I mean,
well, it's something I've always said, and Mike can verify this. I've said it on camera and off camera. I've always felt that there's different species of them, just like there is of us. There's different species. And I think when people seeing this is something I've been telling Mike for a couple of years. I don't know if they're juvenile Bigfoots or they're just another species of Sasquatch that are smaller. And, they're a smaller hominid style species. And then I think you have some of your real tall, thin ones. And, they're like your woodwalkers and, your woods devils, things like that. And I think that goes on. And I think that's where the different races of, Native Americans and things like that, and all over the Western world, as we want to speak, all the way up into Canada, Alaska. Everybody sees them, and everybody describes them different.
Yeah, Yep, I agree. And here's one of the clutch things, and I want to go over Mike's. We got a couple more videos of Mike's I want to get to too, but to break it up, and since we're right here, let's touch on, what took place, right? Nope, I can't. You son of a... I can, but I'm gonna, whether you like it or not. What occurred that night was a series of events. It wasn't just, oh, look, well, let's take a picture of some random woods. Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of it, right? So
watch the right of that tree.
Okay, everybody see this video right now? Because I have problems with that sometimes.
Yeah,
yes. All right. So my audience knows this, but we're going to recap it with the New Hampshire boys because, we share things here and want to get insight to this stuff. We want to get people's opinions, thoughts, and theories. You guys know how we work. So this is Wojo's off to my right. We're up top. Junkyard's out there. Seems to be a very active area, that junkyard area.
You say junkyard. What do you mean by a junkyard? An actual working junkyard, or
Yeah, like a car and old cars. We call it the junkyard. Somebody owns it. They don't. It's not an operating type junkyard.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
It
thought.
looked one time it was an operating junkyard because there's just so many cars. There's no way that guy.
They got excavators and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're all dead and junk just sitting there. So it's a junkyard.
Nope. Watch your tongue. Come on, Jay. I just not
So,
been there.
so we get up there. I'm talking to my audience, and I hear crunching off to my left, probably about 60, 70 yards from me. I hear crunch, and then I look over. It stops. So in my head, I go, okay, you know what I mean? Like that's what I do. I start calculating. I'm gonna stay on this dude. He ain't gonna know it. And then once it's 100%, he gotta know it. That's just the way I do. So BMO says you want to see different, look up the Vadoma tribe. Just one example of extreme difference because of recessive gene that is prominent in their tribe. Great job. Kurt W says, great point. Very well could be the smaller, shorter ones move along with the bigger giants for things. And Bill, I believe that's for you, Kelly. We see specific wavelengths between 380. What? I can't read that. My eyes. I'm going to be 55. Whatever those numbers are. Thank you, Lori. And JT says, I do believe God's law is keeping these cryptids at bay till the right time, but some will go rogue. And they certainly have. And when I heard the movement the second time, I knew it was a between the tree type movement. He was trying to get somewhere. It was fast with the sound of leaves.
One cover to another.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, I'm hearing things. And then I just made it known. And I held it up over here. Now, as you can see, the trees that you're looking at, it's shadow time. I shouldn't get a lot of detail out of these trees at this time of night. You know what I mean? They should just look like straight up and down 2x4s, right? No edges, no nothing, because it's getting dark. I do have
Were
the
you
back.
in IR?
No, I was on the back. I was just going to say that. I was on the backlight of my phone. When it gets dark, you can hit a backlight and it brightens thing up. But as it gets darker, for a little while, it becomes like a black and gray IR. It almost is like night vision. It's kind of cool. I discovered it by accident. So I hear more crunching. So I'm looking around. I'm like, where'd he go? He just stopped. And I'm like, where'd he go? Right. And then I hear movement, but I'm trying to keep up. And I'm like, where'd he go? So I get over to these trees and you'll see what's going on here. I should have clipped it further because the communication between me and Wojo was so imperative and part of the evidence and part of the proof that I'm like, click, click, click. He went that way. You hear me? I'm saying that to him. You know what I mean? And then that's when we get the picture. So it all ties in together. That's the beauty of this.
Just watch the outline of that tree. I thought, again, it could play tricks on you too because you're staring at the camera, but
hey,
it looks like there's an outline there of some
Yeah,
sort.
hang on. You're going to see something bigger than what you just saw. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'll back it up.
Again, it could play tricks on you too because you're staring at the camera, but just watch the outline of that tree. I thought, again, it could
Right
play
there,
tricks
Kelly.
on you too because you're staring at the camera, but
Now watch.
it looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that?
You see it?
I
Did
do.
you guys see that?
But watch.
It looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that?
Watch the tree on the right.
Did you guys see that?
Look at his rumps hanging out.
Did you guys see that?
And then he goes back. See
Listen,
that?
Yep.
It's moving. Stop.
I can hear him.
Wait, did I see what I saw?
Mike, that's what happened with me and my boy over there in Danville, right in front of us.
Yeah. Did I see
Same
what I
time, remember
saw?
I told you it was like walking like back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing, but that one was much bigger.
Yeah, exact. So then he goes off to my right. Now Wojo's to my right, and I believe Wojo, if I remember correctly, said something about he saw a light. And I said,
Yeah,
dude, I said he's going your way, and he goes, I just see a light. You know, I
How
don't know,
far apart were you guys?
what 20 feet?
It's more like 30 because
All right.
that's why you can hear the crunch, and that's me walking towards Richie slow. But at the same time, I'm watching like his reaction, and I'm like looking and try to find those lights where I saw one. It was stationary. I'm just sitting there like, okay, What is that? Then Richie's like, I can hear movement coming from my left to my right. And I'm like, I'm just about to move away. And as I was about to move away, something just caught my eye. I stuck my head back again. Then another set of lights appeared right beside it. So now I'm like, shit, now I have to move because now Richie's like, you know, dude, I hear movement. It's going from left to my right. So now you can hear the crunching in the background.
You were in a different
What's
spot.
that? Yes, different spot. Yes.
Now,
I was to
did
Richie's
either one of you
right.
pick up the sound other than each other's footsteps?
Yeah, I told everybody to be quiet. I told them to be quiet because I could hear it moving. You can hear me in this video. I go, quiet, it's moving.
Right. Yeah, I did.
So hearing it go, it's going towards him. I know it's going towards him. And I am going to make a clip a little longer, I think. I'm going to go back in and do that. But I can hear it. And I'm telling him. And then he says, oh, I see a light. And I'm like, yeah, he went that way. Start clicking, bro. Start clicking. Like, I'm like, take the picture. And then I started hearing him click, click, click. And then, like I said, that was on like Saturday or Sunday. And then Tuesday was his show. He sends me the pictures of his light because we were doing one on the lights. And he sent me that picture of the light. And I didn't remember seeing it. And there was a lot of trees around it. And it's not usually how we get the light pictures. So I zoom in and I went, oh, shit. And I'm in my kitchen jumping like a child. Like, I call Wojo. And I'm like, what do you see? I didn't want to tell him. I'm just like, I want him to tell me. What do you see? Zoom in.
Yeah.
Because
I'm trying to reset myself when you're yelling at me like that, you know. I'm like, because of it. Well, that's a natural. No, but that's natural. That's what.
Benno.
You know, this is. Hey, Benno, that's Richie's moment. Or my moment, or your moment, Mike. Or when you're out in the woods when something's going on, you're amped up.
Now, I got
so
a
now,
question. If you did a triangulation of where you were versus where Richie was, and where Richie caught what he saw on that shadow, how far apart would those two between the light and the shadow that Richie caught? Are they like the same focus point, or were they further apart? Or
no, if you're meaning to the point where he got the picture to the point where I had the video.
Correct.
I'm going to say he traveled another 45 feet diagonally to Wojo's right, in that direction, but not totally to his right in a sense, but just in that triangular motion like you spoke
so that
of.
puts Wojo off to your right, but further forward.
Yeah, right. So Wojo would have been angled like this towards the shadow between the trees, and the shadow between the trees would have walked up like that, almost right at him. Like I could hear the footsteps. I'm like, dude, stop clicking. He went that way. I was like fired up, like, oh my God, you heard me. I go, did I see what I saw? I didn't even know what to say. I was frozen. It was like when we.
But also, Kelly, when I'm walking towards Richie.
Yeah. Right. Well, you did move
Rich.
a little. No, you moved a little towards me. Yes. And I think that's where the angle that we went back and reenacted was off a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the spacing is right, but I think the angle had to be turned more. That's because I've gone ever since that day when you and Jess were, working off by yourselves and left me totally out of it. When you guys did that, I went over that video over and over again. And I think it's just a little more of an angle, but the right spot.
What's the terrain like?
It was more to the left than I thought, Rich.
I that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you turn your ball, and it's over there to the left. Right?
Is it swamp terrain or is it solid ground?
No, so it's all compost, but let me tell you something. It's all structures. It's all fucking structures, dude. And we've watched it over time, have video evidence, photograph evidence of this area, and all my audience has seen it as well. This area had a wall, a stacking, as we call them. It's about 75 feet long, and it's about 9 tiers high of just dead trees jammed in between living trees. And it goes around like this. And no human ever would have done that. And that's what got our attention.
Bulldozed.
It's just, no, you're talking about the logs. I'm talking about, what's fucked up?
Yeah, the spot.
I know what you're talking about. Because
it's not bulldozed. The fuck was that? Are you all right? Did you eat a brownie?
No, I'm saying what the area was. Like, I'm sorry, good.
I'm talking about the damn wall. The one that we found first. The wall.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
And we were like, what the fuck's that? It's a wall. Remember?
I'm bugging. Yep.
Was the wall huge? Was it huge?
It was huge. It was huge. It was a huge wall. Hey, good night to my sister Lisa. Everybody check out Rose's Collectible Attic Finds. She actually has videos out there where she goes and finds these antique items. Yeah, right. And then puts them on her site for sale. So go check that out. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like you're in there with her looking for the treasures. You know what I mean? Like us. Oh, check out that structure. Hey, what's that over there by that old bottle? You know what I mean? So go check her out. I'll be putting up her link and stuff like that on a regular basis. So good luck with that, Lisa. You're amazing. And tell Jim I love him and give him a big wet smoochie for me.
Good night, Lisa.
So what I'm saying is this area has bloomed over time with X's and arches and just pushovers and just all kinds of wild shit. And it's just more for them to hide behind, really.
What's the ground cover like? Is it like, is there a lot of like burn or?
No, it's wide. It's basically, there's a lot of wide open stuff. There's right, Woj, it's like pine needles and leaf litter and things like that. But their main cover is the trees they knock over.
Right.
Yes,
it's crazy, dude. It's the place.
Because we found mini huts in there too, Kelly. There's we're talking like little holly trees where there's trees like right beside it that's like folded over it to keep the weight down, and they make like a little like a hut area, things like that. I mean, they are making small little huts out there.
Have you guys ever thought of coming in from the opposite side and pushing them towards your way that you always come into?
Yes, we've done different directions. Yeah, we've changed it. We've caught them. We caught them one time because we usually went to the gifted chair on the way out this one time, and we kept getting drawn out by the sounds of dogs barking. Mike, you ever have that effect? You ever had like dogs randomly out in the woods?
Yeah,
not coyotes.
Me and my boy did. We just over Christmas. Remember, Mike? Right after Christmas. Did I send you that video? I was doing the thermal, and we could hear the dog barking.
Oh yeah.
Randomly.
Actually, out by I was doing some power line stuff a couple years ago out in on Stevens Hill Road, where it's a hot spot.
And that's where we were.
And I'm just out there doing some stuff, doing some quick scouting, and I heard dogs barking.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, and every time we would go towards it, like 50 yards, they would still be 50 yards away from us. And it was domesticated dogs. It wasn't yipping like coyotes, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's always this big one that goes. You're like, what the hell's that? You know, it's a death metal band, right?
You sound like that
put it on the dry. Put it on the dry. That's what he sounds like, man. And then so we go towards it, but this happened like a dozen times, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm not playing this game no more. I said, well, we're gonna change it up. We're gonna mess with him. So he goes to the chair, and I go like I'm leaving to the out. So I start headed out, and things get a little airy, weird, right? So we did have an estimation of where we thought because there's two dogs that live across the pasture that help, no doubt about it. He gets them going on purpose, but I think there's a lot of mimicking going on as well.
Okay.
So Wojo goes to the chair. I'm talking to the audience, but I hear something to my left because I'm slowly like moving my phone to the left, but I'm walking straight. I'm trying to like disguise myself. Oh, we lost Kelly. So I'm trying to like let the audience see over there, but I'm not looking. So then all of a sudden I look over there, and that's when I saw the shadow go between the
Kelly
trees.
lost power.
Oh no, really?
Yep.
What happened? You got
I don't know. He just said, "Fuck me, my power just went out." What the fuck? So that's all I got.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go.
Could be a windstorm. I don't know if there's any thunderstorms ripping over, but that could have happened.
Oh, well, there's Wojo. Wojo lost his power too. But yeah, so I watched something go between the trees. It looked like it was ice skating, Mike.
Yeah.
It was like this, and it just slid. And I start yelling for Wojo. He's coming your way, Wojo. He's coming your way. He's right there to your right. Just going nuts. And he didn't, they didn't get to see nothing. I'm like, where'd he go? It was wild, dude. It was about, close to a football field away, maybe less. And it went right between these trees. And I'm telling you, you could almost see the bulbous shoulder, the head down like this. And it was just like he was skating. I was like, it wasn't even running. It was just like that.
Really? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, I was, you watch the video. There I am on YouTube Live again. So anyways, this video here, you can put the times together with the encryption in the phone and see that the events are connected. And that's where we get the man and the myth. So And we'll touch a little bit more on that because I would really like to know everybody on the side. So we talked a little bit about species and things like that. Is it possible that we as researchers together could call a forest person something different than an actual Bigfoot? And let me one up yous. Do you see a forest person because you're on a different level than you would if you saw a Bigfoot? Is a Bigfoot like a level here where it just gets the human's attention, and then you have to kind of work and get your subtleties and the things that we do in order to get to the forest person?
Right.
Right? I'm just wondering. Just get your minds going. That's all. I just want you to do that. We're going to play another one of Mike's videos right now. This one's in his house, and he's not wearing anything, so it ought to be fun. Hey, guy. If I can find it. I forgot I went out looking for all these other videos. Woohoo!
Good night, Kyle. Take care, buddy.
Kyle's going to bed?
On you. Yes.
The night is young, Kyle. Where are you going, my friend? Get back here at once. Just kidding. Let's go to the devil monkey. And then I definitely want to check out that structure one.
Yep.
Here we go, guys. Enjoy
What
another
makes a
video.
good campfire story truly unsettling
Great author, too, right?
is when you realize it just might be true.
But if it wasn't for the fact that my neighbor said, have you ever heard about the Danville devil monkey?
It is August 7th, and I am with Nick. And I got a call yesterday, or a message that I followed up with last night about a possible monkey sighting in Danville.
In 2001, in Danville, New Hampshire, Fire Chief David Kimball reported seeing an 8-foot monkey jump out of the woods as he drove down Kingston Road. After doing some research at the local library, he determined that it could be a Humboldt's woolly monkey. But there's a problem. They don't get 8 feet tall. It's rare for a human to grow to 8 feet tall, so it's been a common understanding that no monkeys are 8 feet tall. In fact, no known apes are 8 feet tall.
Of course, and there's none in New Hampshire if there was.
So the idea of an 8-foot monkey running through the streets of Danville didn't seem realistic, so the story got a lot of attention. Once the word got out, the news spread around town, and people confessed to hearing stuff that they never heard before. And when you know these woods and you've never heard these sounds before or saw these things, it stands out. Some say it caused a hysteria. A young boy even thought that something was stealing the cookies out of his treehouse, and it could have been this monkey. I've been in these woods before, and I heard things that I couldn't explain.
I heard some noises. It was a crazy howl. I only did it once.
And after local news coverage in 2012 of another sighting, the story turned into folklore. But when this thing is still being seen, it's not folklore anymore. It just might be reality.
Love it. It's like we're at the movies together, Mike.
I love it.
Isn't it like we're at the movies? I was sitting in a movie theater, right, guys? Huh?
I love that. So that's kind of my personal thing. I love the research. I want to get better at documenting things, keeping track of the stuff that I'm doing, and keeping it organized. But at the same time, I want to tell these stories in that way. So you're on the edge of your seat, and we can do that and not totally be bullshit artists when we do it. We take the videos of real life events and we just kind of sum it up, right? Yeah. I was actually working on a really cool one about Charming Fair last year. I kind of made it look like a vintage found footage type thing with some really cool music and effects to it. I showed Matt last night and he was glued like every second of it. So it was pretty cool, but there's some stuff that I want to do to it and it wasn't ready. But I think the stories, that we have, that we've shared already, for the last few years, and when our personalities get together, those are compelling moments. We have really good times. When we went to Cobble Mountain, some of the most magical times ever. You got Ernie Davio literally playing his flute, just echoing through the woods.
Oh yeah.
I do have some sequences put together where it's just that, and it's so cool. It's just badass.
No, it's a great combination, man. Research and video. You know what I mean?
One of the things I did want to say about the whole portal thing, walking through this veil. When I went down that rabbit hole, thinking about all this quantum physics and all this stuff, and I wanted to go backwards. Okay, what did people long ago think? You start digging into the Native American stuff, and it was Chief Ernest that Ernie had talked to, had told him that, he walked between worlds for the most part. He was, so that connection between the worlds and those dimensions, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I think we're onto something. I think so there's something to that. I think it's not so cut and dry because there's that historical ancient connection with it, and I know a lot of times it's like, well, it's easy to explain things you can't explain by being magical. One of the things I like to do in perspective is I like to take, I follow geopolitics a lot and a lot of military type stuff, for instance. So this is this quote from Donald Rumsfeld back in the Iraq War. He said, there are no knowns. There are things that we know, and there are things that we know that we don't know. So those are known unknowns. But there's also things that we don't know that we don't know. And we always have to do our best to kind of be ready for those. So I think as we experience these unknown unknowns, we don't know what it is. We don't know what we're looking for. And that's kind of where I'm at as a researcher. Like, what am I looking at? How are we documenting this stuff? What evidence am I looking for? And it's not really a true consensus yet.
Right.
I've brought this up multiple times with Ronnie LeBlanc at his library things. Like, what are we looking for? If it's interdimensional, what are we looking for?
Right.
Are we looking for some sort of electromagnetic stuff? Are we looking for the things that are probably more common in the paranormal field? Are we looking for the UFO side of things? Bringing out a Geiger counter, checking for radiation counts.
Yeah, we've done that.
Is it all the above? And how do we collect that data, and who's going to process it and who's not? I think that's the thing with the BFRO is they're looking for an ape, not a man in the woods, not a forest person, or a shift shaper or a dimension jumper.
Right.
And that's their thing. And I think that's why, like we talked about earlier, sometimes it's hard to deal with them because they're so rigid on what it is that they're looking for.
Right. Yep, I agree. JT, good night, my friend. No, I think it's great. I think it's a great approach because, it's hard to just be one or the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard is this thing gonna freaking move? It's hard just to do research, and then it's hard to do video. It's hard to do editing.
Yeah.
It's fun to do review. That's where you find the gold, really.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to keep showing that because I think it's a good topic for all this stuff because, the interdimensional conversation, the lights,
all these different things that we're talking about are coming to me what's in this picture. And one of the things you pointed out in the back room that his head looks more like a dome, not a conical shaped head. And that was one of the things someone else pointed out to me a while back. And when you said it, it was like, oh, all right, someone else has seen it. Everything that's sticking up here is hair.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wonder, when you get that structural difference, does it become a different species? Right. Does it become a completely different being altogether?
Right.
You know, how does that work? Right. So, you know, where do now that we know, because we're looking at it, to me, that's being a knower. Now that we know, you know, what do we do next? You know, so what we do is we start trying to classify, in a sense, right? Is there one that's more spiritual? Why do they all have to be dimensional? You know, why? Right? I mean,
if we don't know what that dimension is, then we're still like, what does that mean? You know, we know that different cultures, different languages, even different groups have different terminology for similar things.
Right.
You know, for instance, if you take the Doyles down in like Southern Appalachia, right? So they're on a different part of the country doing different things. I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with Jesse and Joe Doyle, but they're pretty cool. They're hot shits.
I watch them.
They I like listening to Joe because he talks about the things that I'm thinking about, and then he'll say it and already have it kind of mapped out. So he's like, it's kind of cool listening to him because I feel like he's always a couple steps ahead. He's been doing this a while. But, you know, like he said, you know, we're out there, things happen. You can't.
That's incorrect, Ron. Thank you, though. You can call me about that stuff.
You can't ignore the orbs. You can't ignore the lights. You can't ignore all this other stuff when these Bigfoot, you know, things are happening as well. You have to add everything that happened, right? As a good researcher, when you go out and you collect evidence, and this is where I think I want to be better at, is, you know, documenting time, date, weather conditions, and all that stuff, right? That's important. So the facts are around, who's around, you know, you're talking about chain of custody when you're handling things, you know, packaging it, handling it, especially if there's anything that you're going to send in for DNA testing. So, you know, for me, I'm kind of slowly getting there. A lot of the stuff for me personally, where I'm at, is one, the storytelling, but trying to find that key spot and those right locations so that when it's time to know what you know, exactly what we're looking for is to collect. And I mean, with that being said, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's how to sort through, and it's a long-term thing. You know, you can't expect to be perfect overnight. You know, you know, we all make mistakes. You know, I know there's prints and some stuff that I've passed over and I think about all the time, like even watching videos like, okay, we saw a print there, but why don't we get, you know, a cast of it? Why don't we get a, you know, even a scan of it or something? So as a researcher, you know, from my perspective, you know, locking that stuff down is where I think I need probably the most work. And yeah, and going from there. But the monkey thing
for a sec.
Sorry, go ahead.
Finish.
I'm just kind of rambling. I was going to say with the monkey thing, and we just watched a video of the monkey. That creature is, you know, it's an out of place cryptid, right? A species that may not belong here. It escaped. It got here, and people that are used to the woods seeing these common things see these monkey-like things or whatever it is, and it's been kind of treated by the police and even the journalists, you know, that it was a monkey. It was probably a pet that got away. But with that being said, that's still a real creature that's running loose. So we have been tracking, you know, territory and stuff like that. So if it is real and it's eating, you know, we can track it. Other than that, I don't know where to begin.
Well, right. I mean, for me, I would say is that, you know, when you're saying I make mistakes and stuff like that, it's not that you're making mistakes.
Nope.
It's patience that we overlook. The word patience. Okay. And, you know, Richie's place. That's where it started. That's where everything started, and I started going out with Richie, but never really been to his place yet. So now we started going into the place we're at, but at a different part of the area. Went there a few times, but then we stumbled upon the area that we're at.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw structures and everything. And then we started hearing our first whoops. So then we just decided to stick with that area. Okay. And sticking with that area goes a long way because, again, yeah, we all are looking for the physical things, because I know that, you're a researcher, but you want, to share on your documentaries and things like that, casts, so on and so forth, and maybe a picture of them. But everything comes in time because when you go to that same area, it always seems boring to people. But you know what? It's a perfect spot to keep gathering data for one.
Yeah.
Two is building that relationship with them. Okay, that takes time too, and that's when we stumbled upon the gifting chair. We found a random chair in the middle of the woods, and then I hear people say, "Well, we gift gifting stump, gifting this." Gifting tree, rock, whatever. I'm like, well, Richie, what do you think about, gifting the chair? He goes, go right at it. Well, we don't have Krispy Kreme donuts, raspberry filled donuts around here. So obviously, we know about the zingers. So I grabbed the zingers.
Yep.
So that's a start. And then we started, in time, peanut butter, but also golf balls to, have this communication with them. And they're responding back. And the reason why I say they are responding is because we're starting to hear movements, the subtleties in the woods. And in time, that's when, they reveal themselves to us at night, seeing these shines, and now we're finding more footprints, there's more whoops, there's mouth popping. There is, sometimes we do hear chatter in the woods. So everything comes in it's been 2.5 years, right, Rich? All this data, I'm telling you all this in like about 2 minutes. It can be overloading, but believe me, if you just find a good spot, the minute you see a structure is the minute you really want to be there all the time. They are watching you, believe me. Don't ever think that you don't have to go to them. They will come to you.
Clearly.
Just find that right spot.
And we did that a little bit, Kelly and I last summer, right up the street from me, Northwood Meadow State Park over in Northwood, New Hampshire, right off Route 4. Every time I'd go there to walk the dog with the wife, it was something that me and the wife would do a lot. We'd always pick up little things. I've shared some of the owl calls with you guys, some videos of structures, and there was also a lot of reports from people in that general area, right? So this is a vast woodland. It was some land that was restored back in the 60s, some conservation land that connects with some other state parks, some other conservation lands, kind of this corridor, this green space that's left in southeastern New Hampshire, where a lot of it's suburbia, but we still have these, restored lands. And Charming Fair is part of that. It's kind of the southwestern corner of this whole thing, which, Richie, if you have the video, it says Rockingham and Suncook.
Yep. That's
kind of our research area. But what I was getting at with Northwood Meadows, we brought Penford Meteor over there. And it was icy out. It was kind of a shit day. It was there's a lot of people there. I had a lot of stuff planned, and we didn't make it far because the trails were icy. We had a lot of snow cover. And then we had a little bit of thawing, and you know how it goes. It ices over, and it was impossible. So, but yeah, Kelly found some footprints in the middle of this dried lake bed, and Adam did not believe him for any of it. And it was funny, went back. We proved that it was in fact a trackway, just out of the consistency. We don't know what made it, but it was trackway because it was consistent. There's ways to tell that yes, something used this to move, as opposed to just some blots in the snow.
Well, here we go. Off on another one, and then we will end it with the structures because we are over a little bit.
All right.
And not that it really matters.
So this is the general area that me and Kelly have been focusing on the last year, and like I said, Candy is right
Well, this is
part of
Rock.
it.
This is Rockingham. This is the Rockingham. Okay, I just want to make
okay.
sure we're on the same page.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
We heard a growl. I know that guy.
Whoa!
What the hell?
Yeah, that projectile's perfect in that slow-mo. Oh!
No, those are humans.
If it wasn't for the fact that my neighbor said, have you ever heard about the Danville devil monkey? I went, no. What is that? He goes, Google it. So I Googled it, and the chief was the last one to have seen it. I would have like, no way.
Whatever it was moving pretty quick.
We are here in Exeter, New Hampshire today to talk about UFOs and how UFOs might interact with Bigfoot.
People are seeing something. They're experiencing something. You know, and the Bigfoot UFO connection, phenomenal. A lot of the Bigfoot guys don't want to go down that rabbit hole, right?
So yeah, we're out here. The power lines out by Bear Brook.
Gave me a report that him and his wife just off of Coffeetown Road. Something ran behind them, banged into the back of the truck.
Just punching over, I picked up on.
Anytime the government swarms, there's always conspiracy theories and a lot of speculation.
Sure.
So yeah, we definitely heard some crazy noises out here.
Yeah, it was kind of like a.
Damn hippies. Hey, girl. That researcher right there. That's good, man. Good. Oh yeah, I see Candia right there.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So
man.
it's not a triangle; it's a big.
Yeah, we're the same way.
But it's an area. It's a couple hundred square miles there of just a lot of history, a lot of shit going down, a lot of sightings, a lot of weird events. A lot of stuff has been recorded on BFR website, American Mapping, the Bigfoot Mapping Project, and Small Town Monsters did some stuff. One of Alex Petikoff's buddies, Evan Pike, had a couple sightings out in Kelly's neck of the woods, out on Stevens Hill Road. Where I heard the dogs barking. Kelly had a big handprint on the back side of his truck. We had some friends that reached out to us because they were out hanging out in the back, the backwoods or whatever, and something ran up behind them and smacked them. So there's been a lot of activity out there. Is well documented. It just so happens it's literally where in Kelly's first sightings weren't far from that area either. But that's where we grew up. So kind of like yourselves down in the Bridgewater Triangle, our little area is not really known. It's Kelly and I has been pulling out these stories about the B-52 crash and, old stories that went around about these circus animals that got loose. And Kelly just told me a story the other day about a circus train that crashed back in the 30s. And so there's a lot of these stories, and we go down these rabbit holes. Did these monkeys, get loose, and are they still living in the woods? So one of the things we're going to do this year is go track down some old neighborhoods, some old ruins of these old houses, see if there's anything living in the basement. So just making the connection and rolling with it. There's a lot of history. So yeah, please, anyone still sticking around, listening, and you're here in New England, come up to Charming Fair Farm and see us, because there's a lot to do and a lot of cool stuff going on.
Oh yeah, you got to get up there, definitely. And I'm on YouTube. There's emojis. There's hats. What are we talking about? We ain't new here. The other one did like 22,000 one show. What am I getting reprimanded for tonight? What is going on? I don't see a like button either. What the hell? Is D?
Yeah, I like that hat that you have, Mike.
Hey, D-Hoot! All right, who are you and what have you done with our D-Hoot? She said no like button and no more. What side are you on? What side are you on, man? What are you talking about? Go on YouTube, hit that X, and there's a thumb right there. Then go in the comments, and there's the emojis on the side. I'm confused. No, I give up.
Laurie Lad wants some.
Oh, on Sam's site? Isn't that YouTube? It's on YouTube.
Smalls in the house.
Oh my God, really? All right, let's get the structures before he just shits all over this wonderful episode.
So I want to say this about the structures. I think this is probably where we can advance Bigfoot research probably the most is really breaking down these structures. Because it's real, they're there, and I think we can make a strong case for the things that we've talked about and discussed and found out. So,
yep. And what was I told? I was told
don't do structures. They're not scientific.
Right.
We had this conversation, bro.
I mean, getting back to Steve Culls. You know me. I'll go on the edge, put it that way. Talking to Steve, I told him I was going to go talk about all these things that UFOs and paranormal and tree structures and all this stuff. And his eyes lit up because he did not want to see me go down that rabbit hole. But I ain't scared. So here we are.
Yeah. And well, like I said, I was told not to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there looking at something and like the dream catcher going, yeah, okay, bro. I even said in one of my first episodes, all right, then I'll be the structure guy. No one else is. That's what I said. I'm the structure guy.
Just a couple years ago, it was fringe. Absolutely fringe. I think it's more mainstream and something actually more plausible than any Bigfoot research lately.
I agree. It's physical, like you said, and you can tell it's not weather, period.
Yep.
And here we go, folks. Last video of the night. It's been a great episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's something really cool.
That was that area you showed me.
Yep.
Get it, Jan.
There's a lot of down stuff where it makes you wonder where that big teepee on the other side of the lake.
That's right, W.
Like with all this stuff broken. Yeah. Like, look at all those poles, all the trees. There's an X.
When it comes to tree structures, sometimes it's not what you're looking at, but what you don't see. And where you don't see any tree structures, you start seeing voids and gaps, and choke points, and ambush spots. And then you start finding broken bones. And then it starts to make sense. There's more to structures than we thought.
That one was hanging in a
Traditional
structure.
Bigfoot researchers are looking at those footprints, those foot castings. They're looking for hair samples. They're looking to get that DNA broken down so that we can identify a species. The problem is, this evidence is hard to come by. So where do we find it? And what are we looking at? And what are we looking for? There's no evidence whatsoever that Bigfoots even make these structures. So it's a waste of time. There's a lot of people in the Bigfoot community that think there's something there. So sitting around a campsite hasn't been working out so well. So we're gonna have to track it down. So we have to be at the right place, at the right time, while it's in the right mood, to collect just the right evidence that we need to prove the existence of Bigfoot.
I mean, as far as somebody that lives in the forest their whole lives, they could do anything, dude. I mean, you can watch TV shows and know that, you know? Yeah, I'm telling you.
This is my favorite shot, dude. I gotta tell you. I'll tell you after.
Yep. Yeah, but there's mud right here.
This sequence is the greatest.
What's this area? Right here, look at it.
It's following the trails.
Almost the same size.
Yes.
Exactly.
Almost skinny like Tinsley picked up on. More bones. Is it shattered? Side by. Oh, geez, is that connected still? Those are shattered, dude.
Oh, it is. It's still connected.
Oh my
It's
God.
still perfectly connecting it.
Look at, oh my God, look at it. It's shattered, bro.
The anchor's gonna fall over.
No, I think that is great because, you know, what I always talk about when I'm in the woods is you can see how those trees are leaned and they're like this, right? And there's and then there's smaller ones in there. I always say that that's to their back. They cover their back in a sense, right? So they know they're protected. They don't have to worry about anything behind them. Now,
sure.
You know? And if you remember correctly, the roadway was this way. It would make sense that they were backed in. And then we happen to find bones.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So yeah, no, I think it's a great thing you're doing with that. I think it's exceptional to bring out these structures and push them. And I thought that right from the get-go. It didn't make sense, and it told me something physical had to have done it. And it wasn't make-believe, and I wasn't trying to make things up to be, you know, something that wasn't. A very, very rational thinker. I just been forced to not think rationally with the experiences that I've had. You can't think rationally when there's a fucking light doing this to you from 60 feet away.
Right. Yeah.
You don't think rationally. You know, you yell things like, "Did I see what I saw?" or "We come no harm." You know what I mean? You just rationality leaves. Yeah.
And I was holding that zinger, so that was so bad.
You held the zinger up. We come no harm. I got the food.
Okay.
Kill them.
Yeah. They'll put yank it out of my arm, take my arm with me.
Kill those guys. Yeah, that was awesome. No, so we've had some crazy experiences. And that's why Wojo pushes it. When we go into an area, you watch those. That's activity. Structures are activity. Manipulation of smaller trees is activity. I'm not totally sold on the ground glyphs because they can land anywhere. And no offense to anybody that isn't. Wojo's one of them. And I listened to him. But it's like, you know, sometimes I looked down when we found the tools. We believe the tools. Those were in it. There was two of them on the ground in X's, but those I know were manipulated with hands first. So I know the weather didn't put them there. So some put them down on the ground and shaped them like an X.
Right.
That's something I can get into.
Right.
But walking through leaf litter and watching two perfectly bark-filled branches make an X, I'm not going there. I just can't.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's important, and it's a great starting point. And a lot of people, and I think it was Jean said it the other day in one of her investigations. You know, basically this wasn't here before. And she said, where I enter. In other words, you have a place where you enter your location, your research zone, right? Where I enter, this is now here, basically. How many times have I heard that? And all of a sudden you were just there. She was just there like within 7 days. She comes back and there's this weird looking like structure thing that you have to scratch your head over. Oh, that's right. Hey, we saw you here last time. Let's see if you noticed this.
Kelly and I found that too. We went to Danville. We did a day scout, we did a night scout, and then Kelly went back a few days later during the day, and a spot where Kelly sent something walk through. We saw kind of a structure. It was over a path that passed over a stone wall with a stick that was leaning kind of like a header, and then there was almost like one or two. I think there's one or two branches that were kind of leaning down on the left side. Well, one of the sides as you looked at it. And when Kelly went back a day later, he took some pictures. I compared them. There was a few sticks added to it. So we're not 100% sure what that was, but we know that something had changed and something was added to that. Where I stand with structures, I don't think they're all made. I think there's a lot of natural deadfall and a lot of whirlywinds that do shit. But at the same time, if the whirlywinds are doing stuff, it doesn't take much to physically move a few pieces to make it work in your best. You know what I mean? As a landscaper, I definitely know this. You can take what's there and work around it, whether it's wildflowers or a piece of ledge or something. You You can do it with sticks and plants and all kinds of things. And I think that's a lot what we see. Yes, okay, the wind took some trees down. You can see this and that, but when there's pieces there that weren't placed, when you don't see exactly how or why, because it was added, and I think that makes more sense, and it's a little more reasonable to kind of bite into when you think of it that way.
Yeah, and a structure like this, the wind blows, small ones could land on top of it and make it look different. So
if you take advantage of that and stack some more pieces on it, now you can build whether it's
that's the thing is we've
we've
actually documented them changing and getting bigger and things being added. And that's why I come up with the theory. Like this one, for instance, you could see the pocket where you could slide in and face out and look at the if that's I assume that to the right of this picture is the back. So,
right, I would think so too. And I found similar structures. Right. Where you could tell something was laying down or chilling out there.
Right.
And if they know they have all these structures to the backside, off to the far right, look, nothing's running in through there because you see those down trees.
Right.
They're not big, but at the same time, nothing's walking in easily.
Right.
It's like building a boma when you're on Naked and Afraid. You're out in Africa in the wilderness and you don't want lions come at you. What are you going to do? You're going to stack branches. The same thing you do that with for bear or predators here. You're going to build those barriers and you're just going to amend what's already there. Use it to your advantage.
Right.
And I think there's no reason a forest person or a primitive ape couldn't do that.
And why wouldn't they?
But also too, Mike, it's we look at them as structures, but also it can be meaning, some sort of following the Native American,
right.
What's what I'm looking for? Excuse me. The symbols, like they could be making symbols that we just don't know exactly. But that's where you have to further your research.
Exactly.
Looking up Native American symbols, things like that, or you look up spiritually. Why do we see triangles out there? So you look up, look that up spiritually, and believe me, there are stuff. All structures have a lot of spiritual symbols for it. Rocks, feathers, they all have spiritual meanings.
Yep.
So that's the research side of things, other than just seeing trees being fallen down. You like what you would say, start from the ground up, and then you just follow, take it from there of what's natural and what's unnatural.
Yeah, you start at 100%, and you work your way down at 100%. 100% being weather. And you work yourself down. You look at this thing and you start taking things as you go and you rule out weather. And look at this mess. Look at this chaos. This beautiful. I love this structure. Just look at this.
It's like
this
an
is amazing. But look around it now. Look at all the trees that are standing. Those are the important ones. So trees that are standing are the important ones. A lot of times they're very similar to the ones that are down. So why did Mother Nature pick on that one area?
Right.
What wind came in and did this? What? They're not rotted.
Why is the bark stripped?
Yeah, they're not rotted. But look at this one. Now, notice something. But look at the left. It goes to the ground and then it breaks and goes to the left. The little one. Let me see. I can't get any bigger on that. I don't think. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Because I can't. You see what I saw? Let me try to narrow it out right here. I'll do it like this. You damn. There it is. Trying something different. That's as far as I can go. But you can see what I'm saying. See how it's coming down and then it hits the ground and breaks and goes left and up. Now, where's the weight in that where that's going to smash? You know what I mean? It's not enough there. And where is the seals to blow them over? Where's the leaves? Where's the pine needles? Where are those things? Look at the ground. This is deer trapping to me. This is symbolic, yes. Does it mean, hey, abundance of deer run through here? Is that what that symbol means? Because look at the ground. The ground is covered. Those the deer, even though they can bounce and they're very athletic.
They're not running through that. They're going to take a least resistance, a path much more
100%. And they're going to go by what they know. Now imagine there's a game trail there. Like I said to you that time, there's probably deer shit. Boom, there it was. There's probably a game trail somewhere under here. And then the deer moved it to the right, and then we got more wreckage. And then they moved it to the right, and they got more wreckage. And every time the deer come in, they stop and they go, wait a minute, where's my trail? Boom, dead.
Right.
That's all it takes. You know what I mean? So it makes a lot of sense, and people want to reach to necessity, right? They always want to reach to necessity. Well, the necessity here is food, right? And the necessity here is marking where the food is. That's two pieces of necessity right there. So there you go. You know what I mean? So if you want to go that way, you sure as hell can on about 99% of these structures. They're not just bored because they don't have Xbox. There's a reason here. So going down that, I don't even want to call it a rabbit hole because it's just too plausible for me.
I don't think it's a rabbit hole at this point. I think structures, here's the thing. If you ignore them, you're going to walk right by them. And what if all that evidence is right there? These researchers that are, solely looking for the scientific evidence, if they're not looking in the right spot, if they're not reading the sign because they don't believe in the sign, they're not going to find the clues that leads them to the evidence that they need. I'm not trying to find that that magic thing to make me rich or whatever, As you guys know, and I don't know if anybody that's listening know, I have not seen a Bigfoot. I have not had a Bigfoot encounter. I've had some paranormal stuff happen, and I've seen a UFO fly like right across the street over the house next door. But I have not witnessed the Bigfoot event. I've heard a lot of crazy stuff. I've seen some things but at the same time, I haven't. So it's not that I even, I'm not there yet. I haven't been there. But what I'm looking for is to push that research narrative to get us closer to understanding. And I think for me, that's what it's more about, is understanding what's going on, right? There's a million theories about what it is that we, people see, and we, other people that have no idea think they see. I'm going to go back to the skepticism is healthy, the cynicism is toxic, so if you haven't seen anything and you think Bigfoot's not real, then you're full of shit. I have not seen Bigfoot, so I have not seen it physically to have that. But I trust you. I trust Kelly. I trust all these people that I've talked to. I trust the law enforcement officials that you hear these stories. So when you go to Whitehall and you meet a guy like Brian Goslin, you're gonna know he's not a bullshitter. His story hasn't changed since the day he told it. He was a law enforcement. His family was law enforcement, and he sticks to his guns. And he got ridiculed for it for years, and now Whitehall is one of the fastest growing events, definitely here in the Northeast.
So we will be there. Mike, you met a lot of people, Mike. Okay, my question to you is this: what you were just saying. But have you ever heard of people say that there is no Bigfoot? But I'd say to them, okay, then you tell me why there's no Bigfoot. Has anybody ever told you why there is no Bigfoot, and what is their story? Do you?
People that tell me that there's no Bigfoot are some people sometimes, it's through social media where I've gotten into it with, I don't know that I've gotten into it, but I've read a lot of stuff on the Coalition for Critical Thinking and Bigfoot Research. I don't know if you're familiar with that group, but, it sounds like a lot of bitter researchers that had no evidence, that found nothing that was worth anything. So they got very cynical and just, nope, I've been all over everywhere and I never seen nothing that's not real. For me, it's something happened. It's changing their lives. I mean, we witnessed it. I've witnessed it with you guys watching, your journey. For me too, this has been a thing for me in my life where it's changed my life, the way I look at things, the way I feel about myself. Like I was in a hole too. I'm not a feelings guy. I don't talk about my emotions much, but I was in a spot just as I was getting into this and just before, and kind of saved me too. Feeling very defeated in life, a lot of physical ways, a lot of just internal ways. I'm one of those deep thinker guys too. I have no problem being by myself and isolated, and I can do that. But I also like to socialize. If we have any people into the zodiac, I'm an Aquarius, so that'll explain a lot. I am a very passionate, but I'm not emotional, if that makes any sense. And I'm sure you guys might have picked that up on me, where Yeah. So with that, it's been a journey, and it's opened. I've met so many amazing people through this that have inspired me. You know, you guys' journey. You know, it helped. You know, me and Kelly have a great relationship. You know, through this stuff, and we grew up together, so we've had our ups and downs. You know, that's life. That's just how it is. You know. I remember we worked together years ago, probably back in the 90s, doing some landscaping. And I remember we didn't get along then for whatever reason. We just had, I think it was, you know, you hang out with somebody so much after a while, you just kind of, but this is like different. There's always a purpose, right? There's always a reason why we get together and talk. There's a reason why we got together today, you know, and I'm always with you guys. I might not be tuning in. I try to catch what I can. Like through the winter, I'll always get the replays and stuff when I'm plowing. I'll listen to what you guys are up to. But I spend so much time going over the videos from Cobble Mountain, Charming Fair, even podcasts and stuff, doing my editing and going down, doing my own thing. Because that's therapeutic for me to relive these moments. And I hang out with you guys all the time. Like all the time. I feel like, you know, I know it's hard when we don't talk, you know, to see that, but I'm literally with you guys. So much love.
So, Mike,
you know,
I know Richie's going to wrap this up, but I will say this, all right? Just because the reason why I asked you, because you speak to a lot of people, because you have the perfect voice for the documentary, by the way. Kick ass.
Thank
Great
you.
job. But
100%.
the reason why I say that is I've been researching now with Richie for, you know, geez, like over 2.5 years. We speak to a lot of people, and there's been a lot of people, you know, a good handful of people that say that there's no Bigfoot. And then I would say, well, you tell me why there's no Bigfoot. And I'm going to end it like this. I have never once heard a good explanation, or maybe not even an explanation, of why there's no Bigfoot. So those people out there, okay, it's sad for them because you know what? They're not going to, they don't want to know. They don't care for it. That is fine.
Yeah, but it's all how they approach it, though. Are they an asshole about it, or are they if that's their belief, that's their belief. That's fine. Exactly. They haven't had the experiences. But the one thing I will say is this blurry picture bullshit. How many clear pictures of ghosts do you have? And why do you not have a clear picture of a ghost? More than likely, not a clear picture of a ghost. Let me help you. It's called energy. Frequency.
There's a lot of reasons.
But that's the main one, though.
Right.
We're energy, we're frequency, and if you up that level, you're going to get interference. So stop with it.
All the stuff that I've gone through, and I don't want to keep you guys, I know we're going to keep going, but I have very little clear footage of much of anything because, you know, there's always a camera moving, you know, you don't always capture what it is, you know, it's not like you sit out there for hours with the, you know, the perfect camera, you know, following in a pack of elephants to get that right shot or whatever it is. You know, you're looking for something that's hiding from you. That's specific. It's elusive. That's the whole point. It's trying to hide from you. It does not want to be seen. It wants limited interaction with humans. And it has limited interaction with humans for the most part, right? It's not like a raccoon or a bear where we see them, we know them. Most, you know, it's trying to hide. So of course it's not going to be so obvious. And I don't, you know, like I said, with the GoPro footage, very rarely do you get nice clean shots. And you don't know, you're not in focus all the time. With all this digital stuff too, a lot of autofocus is not going to set you right where you need to be. So to capture what you guys did was a blessing. It was something that was rare, you know.
Yep.
So
right.
It doesn't always happen. It's not so easy, or else everybody would have pictures of Bigfoot.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, everybody would have one.
We
wouldn't even be here. Actually, be like, oh, we're talking about this again.
Oh yeah.
All right, awesome, man. What a great show. What a great time, Kelly Porter. If you're out there, good luck with your power, my friend. Thank you for being there. I got to say one thing. I have not seen Kelly that locked in a while with a podcast and talking. He was full of questions. So, Kelly, again, if you're out there, come sit backstage with us. We won't be live. We'll just go over some evidence and have some conversation like researchers. we can do. Me and Mike have done that before. I mean, I've done it with plenty of people. I extend that invite to you, Kelly. Come on in, man, and hang out. We'll go over that footage together, frame by frame. You know what I mean? Hell, Mike can probably take it and do something with it. You know what I mean? So, everybody on the side, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Mike, kick ass, you brought it tonight.
Thank you.
Unbelievable work. Really appreciate and respect what you're doing. What? That's part of a vacuum cleaner. Why don't you use it sometime so I don't have to? All right, great. Thanks. Get to work. All right, good. Yeah. Get to work. He's pushing it around. Good job, buddy. At least one of my kids are doing chores. I just want to say thank you all for being here tonight. Absolute kick-ass show. Lots of fun. Wojo, thank you for getting all pimped out for the show. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh,
it's for you, Laurie.
Everybody, thank you. I'm trying to focus over here. This kid's get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. You want to say bye to everybody? Hey up. You want to say bye? You gotta wave bye. Bye. So hey, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. I want everybody to keep climbing, man. Watch for us. We don't know when we're going out live. I've had a very busy time going on, but definitely this week sometime. Watch that. Hit that notify button. Like and subscribe. Share each other's channels. Share each other's pages. Follow each other. Lift each other up. That's what we do around here. We are all one, man. Right? Get over to Chaos Theater. I know a bunch of people already subbed over there, right? New Hampshire Bigfoot Society. Go check them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, interact, right? Have some fun with it. Say bye to everybody. Bye. Call for Bigfoot. Where's Bigfoot? Call for him. No, that's the podcast question. Good job. I love you, Buppy. Tell everybody, keep climbing. Good job. I want everybody to keep climbing, man. And I got this. I love you, baby Jack. I love you, Mama. I see you, Ella. Wojo, get us out of here because that's what you do.
Hey, thank you, everybody, and Mike for being on here. Remember, we are home of the boom.
Bizzle.
Let's go.
Great show. Thank you, everybody on the side. You guys absolutely rock, man. Thanks for being part of our team. And D-Hoot, I lost like 20 pounds just sitting here, girl. Good night.